Well, you see, I told you, there was snow in the forecast. My problem was timing, of course. I started predicting the snow back on Tuesday. Hello, Canada, and welcome back to Halifax and our final evening of broadcasts from here at the Canadian Curling Trials. They're expecting upwards of 15 to 25 centimeters of snow in different parts of Nova Scotia. And since this is our final evening, we want to say a thank you to the organizing committee and the some 900 volunteers who have again made us feel so very welcome as we go inside and out of the snow. See, Ray, I was right, and say hello to Lyndon Ray.
That's the real Christmas look, Victor. And hey, you finally got your snow. 1 out of 10. You really are a weatherman.
Well, the weather may be frightful, but inside the curling has been delightful. And in particular, if we talk about the women's semifinal this afternoon, what wonderful shot making. Let's talk about the Shannon Kleibrink team and Amy Nixon.
Well, I want to start off by saying that this is as good a curling game, male or female, as I've ever watched. The shot making was just absolutely fantastic. Take a look at the two shots that Amy Nixon, the Shannon Kleibrink third, makes in the 10th end when they look like they're in trouble. First of all, it's a double, and that was a great shot. Now all of a sudden they decide to play a little hit on an outside stone and roll. We kind of thought they should have taken off the center guard, but no, if she does not make this absolutely perfect, they are in the glue, believe me. And she rolls to the top of the button. What a shot.
And that means the Shannon Kleibrink team has moved on to the final. They will play Kelly Scott Saturday at 1 Eastern. And what a matchup that should be. And we're expecting a great matchup in men's play in the semifinal. We're going to talk about the veteran first, Jeff Stoughton.
Well, we all know Jeff. Everybody across the country knows Jeff. He's been around a long time. He's a world and Canadian champion, and he can do it all. He has a great game. The big shot he can throw with the best of them. And yes, he can play the quiet tap back. Take a look at this quiet, soft tap back he makes against Kevin Martin. This is called a quiet double. Now watch this. Makes the contact, ticks the back one to score 5 and put that game out of hand.
They have been on a roll, this team. Look out, fewest points allowed per game. The back end has a huge advantage after round robin play. The third and skipper, both 89%, a big +5. Now, John Morris, a different kind of team. It's a team that needs to rebound, Ray.
Well, John Morris is coming off a couple of losses, and that always hurts. But, you know, we'll find out now exactly how good a team it really is. John has had a great presence about him all week. He's been controlled. There's been no temperament problems. He really is a good young prospect. And
he is a bit defensive, likes to blank. They have an advantage at the front end, 92% for the lead and 90% for the second. But the back end will have to perform in this semifinal.
The clock tower at a snowy Halifax. Canadian curling trials are coming up.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Tim Hortons Limited Canister and Mug.
The 2006 Tim Hortons Briar is now available in all shapes and sizes. Our all-new mini packs give you the option of getting into the party gras spirit whenever your schedule allows.
Tim Hortons Briar, Regina Party Bra.
So, when do you want to get briared?
The first ever Briar, where you wanna wear a mask. Hurry hard!
Get your tickets now!
A wide stance keeps you steady on your feet. So mounting the shocks outside the frame widen the stance of the Ford F-150. It's the first pickup to do this. Good luck knocking this off its feet. We keep thinking about tough because we want you to drive a Ford.
Purex Ultra, our thickest, softest Purex ever.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you in part by Ford, built for life in Canada. By Strauss Herb Company, makers of the original Strauss Heart Drops, when only the best will do. And by Scott Paper Limited, proud sponsor of curling for 25 years.
It's nice to be inside the Metro Center here in Halifax, and this men's semifinal coming up on the center sheet. No other games in play. We're down to the final three. And for the first time in the week, the humidity is up here in Halifax with all that snow outside. And you wonder, Ray, if in fact that just may affect the ice. Let's read it now.
I don't think so, Victor. I think the ice will be perfect tonight. You know, it says here nowhere to hide. By that I mean you can get a rock into this area here, and there's such curl from both sides, you can have no problem getting around those guards and tapping those rocks back. The other thing you have to watch for, though, today we saw a little bit along this 4-foot line here. Going away, it's the out turn, and coming home, it's the in turn. It's a little bit tricky, so be careful. But it's been the Augusta of curling, and Hans Vutrick is the master.
You betcha. And here he is from Gimli, Manitoba. That's the man in the middle. In the lower tier, that is Hans Vutrick and all his ice assistants. We thank you. No, the thumbs up is for you. And a great job all week. Congratulations. So Brad Gushu awaits the winner. Let's meet the teams now, brought to you by True Value Hardware. Help is just around the corner. And from the Charleswood Curling Club in Winnipeg, Steve Gould, Gary Vandenberg, John Mead, and Jeff Stoughton. And from the Calgary Winter Club, Paul Moffat, Mark Kennedy, Kevin Cooey, and John Morris. It will be Jeff Stoughton playing the Red Stones. And he has the hammer by virtue of the better record. He finished at 7-2, Morris at 6-3. As the skips get ready to get it underway. Good game, fellas. And to get us going, the Morris lead is Paul Moffat.
Well, after what we watched this afternoon, Vic Linda, I mean, it was such great curling by both those teams. Stephanie Lawton and Shannon Clybrink put on an unbelievable performance. I expect the same kind of thing tonight. You got the two teams that can do it all. They both have the big weight package, which all the top men's teams do have, and I think you'll see lots of it tonight. I also think that they both know how to play offense, and you're going to see lots of that, Linda.
You know, whomever we send to the Olympics, I know they'll do a great job. Kelly Scott or Shannon Clybrink. It will be very tough to lose because we say there is no runner-up at this event. There is only really a winner. You don't come for the experience, you come to go to Italy. But whomever wins, whether it be Shannon or Kelly and their teams or any one of the three teams left on the men's side, they will be great representatives.
They'll hit the first one here. Jeff Stoughton, because of his clear record, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Lou, he was clearly ahead of John, so he gets the last rock. That's correct?
That's correct.
Kathy Gauthier is with us as always, and Kathy, they can mix and match their stones now in the semifinal, can't they?
They sure can, and obviously with Jeff choosing last rock, John Morris got to choose color. Yellow has been his preferred choice this week, and that's what he's done. His lead chose rocks off sheet E. The rest of the team staying with the rocks that were on sheet C. Jeff's team, both the lead and the third, chose from this sheet C. And the second and the skip chose from B, but like this afternoon with the women, seconds in this game don't really get to choose. They pick the default set for the skip in case something Jeff doesn't like. He can always go to his second favorite set.
Goal is to get it out.
Steve Gould.
The rock is in the 12-foot, so they'll throw up the corner guard now.
Just halfway, guys, just halfway.
One of the things we know about Jeff Stoughton from the many years that we've watched him perform at a top level, he's very good at making the save. As long as he's got that 4-foot path open, he can draw the lights out. So he just doesn't want that path blocked. As soon as it's open, he'll start to take a few risks.
Let's check the ice times now. Sorry, Linda. They're brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada.
This is just another great sheet of ice as far as times go. We expect the draw to be around 14.5. If the building gets a bit full, it may taper back to 14 seconds between the hog line. We may see some of those upweight peels, 6.5 seconds between the hog lines.
Well, you can see that the defense for that corner guard, of course, is go behind it first, maybe play a center guard, or to peel it. And John Morris isn't going to mix it up with Mr. Stoughton. Not quite yet.
No.
It's good.
And this is where the biggest spread are in numbers and plus minuses, those combinations that we talk about, how you curl and how you curl each game against the opposing player. Gary is lower in both categories than Mark Kennedy. That may be a difference today. Actually, we saw during the week the seconds having a big impact, Ray, and we talked about it with the lead setting up the stones. The seconds must continue on that path, making the nice come-arounds. And that has been a huge factor during the week. And he was number one. What can you say?
Normal up. Little up.
And of course, a little interesting that they're both left-handed. That's I'm sure unusual for both of them to follow the other lefty.
Okay. Yeah, that is unusual. You don't see that often. Lefties back to back.
Clearly. It's a good guard. Yes, sir.
A nose hit, unfortunately, so they'll go around it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for the Morris team.
Yes.
Chance for Gary Vandenberg to get around it with his in-turn.
Very good, Ray. But the interesting thing in the stats, if you go in and see which is a favorite turn of this Stoughton team, you think, well, there isn't one. However, Jeff and John favor the out turn, and Gary favors the in turn, which, because he's left-handed, means it's all the same path.
Right on.
So they work towards John and Jeff's out turn by using Gary's in turn.
Nice weight. What kind of weight you like? Normal.
We always get a kick out of that because usually I'm the one that goofs on the turn. And you curling fans should see the look on Linda and Vic's face when I do that. They can hardly wait to pounce on me.
You haven't done that very often. It hasn't been any fun at all, Ray.
Well, I didn't do it all last year. True. Didn't make a mistake.
Kevin Cooey, former Canadian mixed champion. This Stoughton team, as you suggested, very quietly went about their business when there was so much focus on the Gushu team and the Furby team and Martin. Very quietly rang up their 7-2 record.
I thought so. They just kind of won a couple, lost one. They just kept going along and doing their job and getting better as the week went on. That's the big thing. They just kept getting better and better and better, and they're like that's their reputation, is that they get on a roll, boy, they become very tough to beat. And Linda mentioned it, and we saw it at the Brier, the World Championships that Vic won, that Jeff won. When he gets that button in his pocket, he's afraid of nothing, and he drops it in the hole, and they'll always brush for the button, those guys. And Stevie Gould, he can hammer. He is strong, big, strong guy. Same with Gary. Both teams have great, but all the teams here, most of the teams here have tremendous brushing. Gushu's second man's a little weak, maybe, but
that being, of course, Russ Howard.
Fortunately, he only brushes behind the tee line because he skips.
Go, Peel. Okay.
It's also the experience of this Stoughton team. When you look at the resume, yes, Canadian champions twice, world champion once, but all 4 of these members have been to previous curling trials, except for Steve Gould, who's been to just one. All the other 3 have been to both, Linda. So you wonder about that kind of thing. Look at John Morris, has been to Canadian juniors, world junior champion, has been to a Brier once. He doesn't have the same kind of resume.
No, and Jeff Stoughton has been in all these different situations. And I think what Ray said is so interesting, too, because John Morris has had the experience but not quite this type where he's actually had some losses. And now Vic has to find the way to rebound, regroup in an event where everybody has the dream, as they said in that opening. It's such a big prize. And if you let that get too big in your mind, it is so hard to rebound from the mistakes. They just sit in your mind. But Jeff Stoughton's been through virtually everything, has come back, have had losses, and really copes well with all those situations. As Ray said, when he gets the button from the other end to some people looks huge and other people looks tiny. For Jeff, when he's on a roll, that button looks giant and he can get to it every time.
Skip Stones here in the first. Jeff Stoughton playing the Red Rocks. Does have the hammer. John Morris.
4. 5. Lot of room. Lot of room. Real hard. It's got to be passive. No double and stick. It's not bad. 7. It's got to be T-line. It's gliding good. It's good. It's got a curl. Going back.
Yeah, this is a straighter spot we found. During the day, you can see just by the guard, the brushers were fooled. They called out 4 to start with. That's the top 12 foot. It goes to the very back of the house. That's a 10. So they were really fooled on that path.
So it was going to stay straighter. That's why it was so quick.
Okay. 83. Seems light out.
But John picked it up. He's already advised the brushers got to watch that spot.
It looked like it was going backwards there even there for Mike.
Just to close off on Jeff, you can go all the way back to 1988 when Jeff Stoughton won the Canadian Mixed Championship.
Sure.
And again, I think it was 91.
So
he
nice.
won the Canadian Mixed again. So, I mean, he's really been around a long time, and he played a lot of mixed in those days, and then he turned his thoughts to men's and really put together some great teams, went on to win the Canadian Championship and the World, as we've mentioned.
And it sounds kind of strange to say, but in many ways, in my opinion, what Jeff went through the years he lost, those are the years when you come to this event, do you so much good. You've learned how to cope with the negatives, the losses, the mistakes, and then he comes back and wins another time.
Attaboy.
Got a little flip.
Yeah, just tucked the corner in.
Just about got it tucked in there.
Good try.
John wants to stick
choked
here.
on it a bit.
Yeah. Just want to make sure.
Good throw.
Nice.
There's no air.
Wants to
Forward. Control.
stay in the rings, force Jeff to take a single, and you've done your job. Taking the hammer away from your opponent.
Control. Normal.
And only giving up a single.
Normal. Right off. Normal. Off.
Got to watch the jam, too.
Good.
Whoa.
And he can't hold the shooter.
Yeah, that's too bad. That just sat out there. We'll hear what John says.
Okay, John, that's fine.
Well, there's a little bit of a break for the Manitoba foursome. That's the exact same thing that Jeff Stoughton said. Remember, Jeff said to John Mead, I was a little chicken. I didn't want to. So he didn't get the little roll he wanted.
Better than an 830.
You have to be careful if you're being chicken, though. If you floated it all in that spot, you can get a big mistake.
I use that phrase a lot when I'm curling. That's just a little chicken on that one.
Clean.
Looking for the blank here in the first, Jeff Stoughton.
Just clean.
Good shot. How about?
There it is.
Did you want to look at it?
So John Morris unable to hold the shooter, and Stoughton takes advantage, gets the blank, and holds onto the hammer. It's the men's semifinal of the Canadian Curling Trials.
This SportsCenter update is brought to you by Esquire. This is your time.
Back to Halifax in a moment. Rod Smith back in the SportsCenter newsroom. The next edition of SportsCenter comes up at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific. We'll have lots of highlights from the National Hockey League for you. Here's a quick look. One game in particular in Vancouver. Much anticipated. The Ottawa Senators, #1 in the league at 21-4 against the best home team in the NHL right now, one of the best in the West, the Vancouver Canucks. Highlights of that one also in hockey. Team Canada's executive meeting today in Philadelphia, discussing final roster spots for the Olympic team Bob McKenzie will have more on that on his Insider. And the draw took place for the World Cup today in Germany. You can click on our website at tsn.ca for a complete list of the groups. As said, we'll have all the NHL highlights. John Clayton, our NFL Insider, some NBA as well for you. Sports Center. Join us then.
You're right there, okay?
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. No tapes or discs. It's the world's first hard drive camcorder.
They're here! Let's give Tyler's mom her gift. I can do it! Come on, buddy, let's go! My mom says I say thanks.
For those who are always there for you, why not give a Tim Hortons canister, including 5 packets of their favorite coffee for only $10.49 plus tax? Or the mug, only $6.95 plus tax with 1 packet.
Back pain. It can affect more than your back. Robax Platinum, a special combination of 2 active ingredients, one to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. Robax Platinum, helping you walk away from back pain.
Perfect. There you go, honey.
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. No tapes or discs. It's the world's first hard drive camcorder.
We saw some very good teams this week here in Halifax. We're bound to see some terrific men's teams when our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier begins, March the 11th from the Agrodome in Regina. The Tim Hortons Brier on TSN. As we welcome you back to Halifax this Friday night. It's the men's semifinal. Jeff Stoughton and John Morris. Stoughton out of the Charleswood Curling Club in Winnipeg. Morris, the Calgary Winter Club. And Stoughton, after the blank, has the hammer in the second, playing the Red Stones.
It's interesting, Jeff has had got very close to the provincials a couple of years ago at Brandon. He lost the final game in the last rock match. And, didn't get back to the Brier that year when he was really one of the hotter teams in the country. But his record on the World Curling Tour has been terrific for the last 4 or 5 years. He's always a consistent qualifier. And the last 2 or 3 weeks before the trials started here, he failed to qualify in 2 of the box fields, which was really unusual. So that's why it's such an interesting game. You see Randy Furby come here this week, and they just really struggled with everything, and it can happen. And curlers know it can happen. There isn't a curler in the world that hasn't been in that situation. Jeff, obviously, after the first couple of games, he got himself feeling good and rolling, and now they're going. We know they can shoot. Everybody knows that.
Good. Get that rock straighter. Like this.
These two teams met 7 times so far this season on the tour.
Turn your leg. I don't mind the out.
It is Morris with a 4-3 advantage.
Interesting.
Well, I know that Western swing, they're hooking up all the time, aren't they, Ray?
They are, yeah.
Of course, they played here in the first round, so that doesn't really mean a lot. The first game of an event, you often see some upsets, some different things happening.
I love it. Like to freeze here, Jerry? What's that?
Kathy?
Well, it's really important for both of these teams when you're in an event like this and you have the whole day off to do something that continues some momentum and also keeps your mind relatively active. Both had a similar thought, but for the Morris team, they took the option to come and throw rocks for 20 minutes here. That was all that was available because it's been a busy day out here on the ice. Jeff and his team chose to go to CFB, a curling club, in another place in Halifax, and practice there for a couple of hours. What Jeff said is they didn't throw draws, they just threw to make sure that their rhythm was in line, that they were sweeping and just keeping their bodies loose so that tonight doesn't feel like they've had a long layoff.
That's a very good point to
nice
make.
And quick, Mark,
As you said, they told you they did not throw draws, and you would not want to throw draws in a practice session on another ice surface that's so far removed from what you've been drawing on all week. So, good point, Kathy.
Wait only.
They work hard at their game. They're
wait only.
They're often at the Arnold Ashen Marina in Winnipeg. Throwing and working. Gary, of course, lives in BC, and Vernon.
He actually has someone, a good friend of mine, a coach in Vernon, working with him, Kevin Rook.
Mark Kennedy as that stone came just behind the tee line. And so Kennedy from the Morris team, the Morris second, comes down on top.
There's a good example, though. You can see how important it is that you don't slip your rocks behind the tee line. Advantage in this end goes to Stoughton because he has last rock, and that rock slipped right to the tee line, and they got a chance to freeze on the face of it. If it's in the top 8 foot behind that guard, it's got to be moved in some fashion. The placement of stones.
And that's why I mentioned the front end advantage for Morris can be a big one, even though you finish off with the back end. The setup of the front end is so important.
Vandenberg able to bump it over, but rubs and rolls off.
Almost better to squirt out. Just hit it right across and squirt through, you mean?
It's going to be to leave a pretty good pocket, but...
Better to squirt through, maybe.
That's pretty hard.
Well, then it might jam. Try to hit it nice and hit half rock.
Yeah, okay.
Just throw it up nice and hard.
They know they can get rid of both the red stones. The issue was where the shooter would land.
Shield. Hey!
Kevin Cooey.
Hey!
Just riding that center line like a rail. There they go, but yes, that pocket is there now.
Real hard. Hard.
That was a great example of how important it is to keep your stones in front of the tee line, 8 foot. Now, the only nice thing here for Jeff Stoughton, Jonathan Reed throwing. Did I say Reed?
Line's good. It's real good. Got room. Line's good. Got room. Got room. There. Got room, guys. Got room.
We're bouncing a bit.
Coming down a bit.
We're bouncing a bit.
Better. Got a lot of room.
Well, if you have to, guys. We're still bouncing a bit. Still bouncing a bit. Curve, baby. All right.
Okay.
Just a little too much weight. They wanted to curl, and they wanted to kind of angle freeze on the other yellow stone, the high one.
Okay. What was that?
96.
How much air do you have?
Couple inches.
Couple inches?
Can I just hammer it off that back one?
Yeah, leave them the same freeze, but that's okay.
I'm gonna jam. It's like playing.
Yeah, right through. Try to. It's about third.
Okay.
Skinny third.
They don't mind losing their own stones here.
No, they got to get this out of there, and they're going to squeeze it through there.
Yeah. Whoa!
Why is that, Linda?
Well, actually, Vic, as long as you get rid of the opposition rock, you don't want to give them a chance for more, and it's not bad to get rid of the backing either. That's a great shot.
That's the best thing that could have happened. Get rid of them all. Now the freeze is a little more difficult. It's on the fully buried stone.
We knew Jeff and John would come in here playing very well, and I really thought all week Kevin Cooey would be a big factor on the Morris team. How he goes, the Morris team goes, and so far he goes very well.
It's last. 303, yeah. Still should be good, though.
Line's good.
John Meade.
Watch your leg. Yeah.
Whoa. Wait only, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Line's good. Got to curl. Has to curl. Has to curl.
Still there, Steve.
Yep. Hard! Hard!
And we'll leave it just
We're
shy.
done. Yeah, they lost it.
Still yellow. Morris lying one without.
Good shot.
Just a couple of feet earlier, eh?
Let's honk the other way. Just had to wait for it to curl.
What's that?
Just had to wait for it to curl.
Yeah.
Shot rock is the
Yeah,
Yellowstone.
I don't think you want to freeze it.
Well, if we freeze here, it's not the end of the world, but I like that. Hey? Try to leave it
Yeah,
open.
and then he probably plays I don't think he plays this. And if he does,
He might play the nose.
That's why I think you go up here.
Okay, but we don't want him to play the nose to lie too.
Well, he can't if you're up there.
I know, but we don't even want to. I think we want to bring our back one into play.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I mean,
You
you want to be in,
run.
right?
Yeah, I like that. Just 3
It's
or
right up,
4. Yeah, looks real quick.
6-3 is the way John Morris wound up in round-robin play. He beats Stoughton, then loses to Randy Ferbey, rattles off a bunch, and then yesterday loses 2 games, one to Glenn Howard, and then the all-important game to Gushu, which would have been and was for first place. And then he had to sweat it out, of course, because Pat Ryan won his game, there would have been a tiebreaker. So it was a stumbling finish for John Morris.
Just a 4. Line's good.
5. Line's tight.
Whoa, 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 boys.
Whoa, guys.
5.
We're not
Whoa.
freezing.
5.
We got tons.
We're right to it.
Stay close.
Just short of it. Just short of it.
Well.
Don't tap it.
Yep. That's good.
Pretty good stone.
Nice weight, John.
We can play this.
Here.
Yeah, but where's my shooter gonna go?
No. You're only moving it to here.
Oh, just move it a couple of feet?
Yeah, just move it for shot.
I wouldn't.
You don't want to squirt the 2 out.
No, we don't want to squirt it out too far. Or play the intern.
Problem with the intern tap is you might not get to throw in your last one.
Yeah.
You like this?
Sure. Middle of 4.
What did you give me?
What are we playing?
About middle of that to the 4.
Because it may not do much with weight.
No, it's less.
Okay. Just T-line.
T-line.
So Jeff Stoughton loses to John Morris, and then as Ray says, he puts together some wins, and 4 of them, 2 on extra ends, and then he loses to Gushu, and then win, and very quietly he finishes at 7-2 and grabs second place.
You do notice that both these teams did lose to Brad Gushu.
Yes, they did.
Less.
What's he playing, Ray?
Just tapping it up. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Shoot, make your shot.
Yellow on to red.
Back 4. Close. Yep. Come on, G. Hard!
Vandenberg on the left. Gould on the right. Huge brush now. Here comes that guard. Here comes that stone. Little rub.
Go.
And they'll spin it over. And they'll put it on the corner.
Just rubbed it. Just rubbed it.
Get by, it's probably not bad, eh?
It's perfect.
Well, it wasn't a
right
bad
there.
plan B. If you were going to miss, it was better to do that than some other things.
And he hit on this.
Because there is a red that has spun in now.
I think we go higher the better. If...
there's no point coming in.
Okay.
That's where you were. Thought you might have been a hair tight, but.
Okay, I was a little tight.
You like a hair more? Or same?
No, I had you 4. Just a 2.
Just rubbed this one. It almost looked like it was by it there, and then this rubbed it.
Just a 3?
Rolled over.
No, just a 2. There's no point getting too deep.
John just playing a guard here. A straight guard. There's no point being in deep. You heard him say. and give Stoughton the chance to play the same tap.
Morris continues to lie. 1 4-foot tee line.
Hard line.
Looking to steal here in the second.
Keep it there. 3, hard, 2. Might need a rub. Can you get a rub?
This might over-curl if they don't get the little rub.
Now it's Kennedy and Moffat.
Hard, Mark. Hurry, hard.
And that little bit of rub, a little roll. Did it do enough?
Sweet, Mark.
Oh, you too, man.
I'm not yelling at it. Yeah. So much danger. Other than giving up the steal. Or you can draw for 1.
What do you guys like?
Because they have the rock on the other side.
Snow is this?
I love it.
Hard to steer.
Whatever you like.
Draw for 1 or take a run at it.
What do you think, John?
Oh, you got to throw it, man.
Take the point or go for 2?
You like that, John? Or do you like the draw?
I like our chances.
I'm making this?
Yeah.
Well, let's make it then.
Okay.
Right in the nose is real close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay. You gonna move up a bit? I threw that one going
Why
away,
not?
didn't do a thing, but it was my
It's
out
the
turn.
first
This is your
or
in
the
turn.
second,
yeah,
rather.
In practice, I didn't.
What's
It's
the worst
early,
could-
Vic. You're right.
What's the worst could happen?
You can give up 1. The red one spilling in takes away a lot of the risk.
Right on the nose. Get it right on the nose, you get it. Yeah.
Run double.
Let's do it, Jeff. Let's give it a good shot.
For a possible 2. Final stone here in the second. Jeff Stoughton. Has he got it lined up? Run it back. Oh!
That's too bad. He cut both of them. It just curled a bit at the end.
He gave it a go. Morris steals 1.
This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces the taste, the smoothness, and the drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price. Bright, crisp, clean. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Please join me at the 2006 Men's World Curling Championship at the Songus Arena in beautiful Lowell, Massachusetts, April 1st through 9th. Besides watching the best curler in the world compete, there's a lot to do in Lowell. And Boston is only 30 minutes away. Tickets and hotel packages are available now. Call 888-WCC-2006 or visit us online. The 2006 World Men's Curling Championship, sweeping the world while brushing with history.
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the official mover of Canada's Olympic teams, AMJ Campbell is dedicated to exceptional personalized service. Our Olympic teams trust us with their valuables, so can you. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, your office, or do-it-yourself move. Call AMJ Campbell.
Winning's about dedication. It's about a commitment to excellence. It's about passion, and if you don't really care, you just don't win.
Mondetta is a worldwide leader in apparel innovation. Like Canadians in curling, Mondetta understands its game. Canada's top curlers are making Mondetta their gear of choice.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end.
We tried it.
You should try it.
Now we do it together. Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end.
Come play.
Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get out, get light, and go curling!
House Herb Company, because there are options.
The Hitachi Big Screen Blitz is on. Purchase any Hitachi television or LCD projector and receive an official NFL jacket with team logo of your choice. Plus, there's a 2-year warranty on selected plasma models. Hitachi, inspire the next.
Jeff Stoughton has the hammer again here in the third. He's held the hammer since the start, flanked the first, and then tried the raised double. And just failed to do it. Squeezed that Morris stone in, and Morris out of Calgary got the steal of one as we go to the third here on a Friday night in Halifax.
Well, advantage Morris, and they played that in very, very well. Jeff threw a good last rock. It just at the last, I'd say 10 feet, moved a little bit as they had it all the way down, and then it just curled a little too much, and then he jammed. But advantage Morris. Stoughton had the last rock, and Morris is now up one.
Throw, Stevie.
A lot of it, the setup shots, the front end play by the Morris team, as you pointed out, was very good.
Excellent, and it was the second position where there was a huge turnaround. Gary came deep. There was a nice freeze by Mark Kennedy, and now Stoughton's trying to get out of trouble.
Right here.
Pass the curl.
But they took the chance. They talked about it as a team. You have to do do that if you're going to take that little chance of running something back and not being sure that you'll get the single.
Hard line, close it, hard line, hard. Real hard. Go.
Great speed, boys, great speed.
Steve Gould lives in
Line's
Brandon.
good. Weight's real nice. Line's good. Weight's real nice. Yep.
And Brandon will be the site next summer.
Real hard, guys. Really hard.
Of the Special Olympic Canadian Summer Games.
Good. Good, Stevie.
Brandon's a wonderful sports community.
No, I think it is.
Sure is. You see how much that curled now. I told you in the Reading the Ice segment that there was a line. There was this afternoon, let's put it that way. There was a little line with the outturn going down that way on the other side of the sheet. So we haven't seen anything yet, but on that side of the other side of the sheet, but it certainly does move with that in turn going down.
Oh, I definitely think that if you're going to want the extra curl, you play the in turn to the right-hander coming down here towards the center line, not the other one.
No bounce.
Because of course that was Gary Vandenberg, so that was his
Line's
outturn.
good for the freeze.
Correct.
No bounce.
Very good, Ray.
His Morris team is from Calgary, but Mark Kennedy is from the Edmonton area, St. Albert. In fact, he works for Kevin Martin and Kevin's Rocks and Rackets. The boss has gone home.
76.
But one of his sales reps is still playing here in these curling trials.
He's going to have to ask for his holidays maybe in February if things go well.
Yeah.
Got room. Getting better. Yep. Yep. Hard, guys. Hard. Come on, go.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Touch the ring.
It doesn't have a lot of rotation on the rock.
Hey, Gary. What happened there? I don't know. Line. Bad read. We're right here.
Isn't that a key you've always said about playing in arenas?
It's
Right?
a 2.
Got to have rotation.
Even a 1.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Which one's better to guard, Kev, the red or the other?
2.
Nobody knows it more than these players because they play
but
so
yeah,
often.
I think you just center guard.
Yeah.
So a little extra release.
Whoa, wait for
Movement of the hand that puts the rotation on the rock.
Looks heavy.
Line's good.
Whoa.
The 1.
Right here. Wait for it, Kev.
Wait for what?
Line's good. Line's real good. Fight the line.
Hard.
Hard. Hard.
Kev, keep going.
Fight the line. Hard.
Whoa. Shot, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Good sweeping, guys.
Morris Stone biting the
Get all
button,
the
his shot rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff is
You don't wanna
going
try
to
and get 'em
have
all,
to
eh?
open it up now. No choice.
Can try.
Try and get something spilling.
I love it. Let's go. Let's make it, Gary.
They're going to try the run back now.
Out turn? Yeah. Yep.
As Ray mentioned, Gary Vandenberg actually lives in Vernon, BC, after spending many years and born and raised in Manitou, Manitoba, and he's a comptroller for Asham Curling Supplies.
Okay, Gary. Hit it. Okay. It's fine. Okay, Gary.
You were afraid there for a moment, weren't you? You thought I was going to ask you.
Same shot.
Really good, Kev.
It's,
I won't do that to you.
as fast as it's been.
Oh, yeah.
Season's too long. I'll have more chances.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I think
You're killing me in my home province, pal. Those were two not very good throws by
1, 2.
Gary Vandenberg. I mean, he had to make contact with some of the stones that were in front of the rings on the run back. You heard John Meade say, you could maybe get the ball.
Hold on.
Line's good. Wait for it.
Whoa, no, line should be okay.
Line's real good.
2. It's a little tight.
Kevin works for Talisman Energy.
No,
right off.
Yeah, it is. Heavy 2. Heavy 2.
Right off.
You want to corner this?
No.
Coming down. Okay, we're just 2. Coming down.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's good.
Shot, Kev. Yellow, red. Something like that.
This is where knowledge of angles really helps. If you're playing double peels and you're spilling things back towards the house, you have to know exactly where to hit the first stone.
Yep. Whoa.
John is with Mondetta Clothing.
Good.
There's a great shot. There is a great shot.
Good shot.
That's what he wanted Gary to do.
Pistol. Goes right onto it, eh? What's that? Goes onto it.
Shot, Johnny.
Goes onto it, eh?
That.
Goes onto
Hard
it.
to guard both.
Yeah.
What he's saying, what Kevin is saying, is that if you
This isn't a bad shot.
hit the yellow one to try and remove the red, it goes right on
Okay. 3.
the stone, the yellow stone behind on the 12-foot on the other side behind the corner guard.
So there's a jam there, is there?
There's a jam. That's what they're telling us.
2.
Green lights on the handle.
2.
Good throw.
Little left.
Red
Got a
lights.
curl.
Got a curl, guys.
Not good.
Wait for it.
Wait for it, come.
Just 2.
Go 3. Go 3.
Just 2.
Hard for line.
Real hard.
Hard, guys. It'll go.
Real hard.
Push it. Hard. Right over. Right over. Hard. Hard pull. Right up. Right up.
Left the red one exposed.
They'll try and pick the red one onto yellow, then the shooter will go across the rings and hopefully jam on the stone in the 12-foot and stay in the rings.
That guard just had to come a little more, Linda?
It did.
Now this is the turn that runs straight.
Whoa.
Or did, let's put it this way, it ran straight this afternoon.
Whoa.
John Meade.
Not big. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Come on, there. Go, Gary, go.
He wants to come across.
That's good.
And right on the corner.
That is a good shot. Good call and a good shot. And that stayed straight all the way down.
Good job, boys.
Less weight then?
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't want to touch that one though.
No, I don't like good control.
Okay. Hit what you can see pretty much, eh?
Yep.
Things are looking a lot better for the Stoughton team. That was such a nice
Yeah,
shot.
you just get
Good
rid of
angles
it.
on the
Hard
stones.
to get at that one.
I can't hear you.
Well, we talk about this. I think all this conversation should be done at the other end. Get rid of that
Normal. Hard.
red stone.
Hey!
Lots of weight.
Whoa!
John is also a firefighter in the Chestermere Fire Department, and that's east of Calgary. Back it up. Nope. But it is Morris, who is lying one covered. That's the stone, the yellow stone top 8 center line.
That's better.
It's tricky, man, eh? Like I missed that yellow by an inch.
Now, if the guard was a little bit higher, there'd be no problem getting around it and tapping the stone out, but it's pretty tight to the ring. So Jeff's just going to draw in behind. And this, in turn, will really swoop. If this guard was just a little further out, you could get around here and tap it back, probably with enough weight to get it out, but it's a little too tight, so Jeff is just going to try to come down and bury one in here and watch how they curl.
Yeah.
They'll take it back like that.
Just get a berry.
Jeff is with Air Canada.
Line looks pretty good. Yep. Yep, for line. Yep. Hard. Good. Yep. Wall for get. Yep. Wall for get. Hard. Behind the tee. Hard.
A little more.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow.
That's very nice. Well, you couldn't have drawn that any better, right? You just had him back 4. They just put it on the lid.
And he got it almost fully covered, Lyndon. There's your compliment for your ice. I mean, I said this afternoon, I'll say it again. You curlers across the country that are watching this, I mean, I'm sure you're just drooling, wishing that you could be out there throwing on this kind of ice surface. It's just unbelievable. You get to in a feeling that you just can't miss. And they all were saying it, all the guys that were here this week.
Sweep it early if you can.
All you can do is follow it down.
That's exactly right.
He's going to throw it positive. This is the difference with the two halves of the sheet. You have to have positive rotation. Make sure you get out to the broom. Brushers have to be ready.
Right off. Miles. Still all there.
Nothing yet from
Got a curl.
Never.
Kennedy or Moffat.
Still there.
Never.
All there. Still all there.
Here it comes.
Never.
Here it comes.
Oh, and it's just diving in there to close it off.
The outturn's there, though.
That was lucky. That was lucky.
I think he was a little wide. I think he was convincing himself he needed to be out there. That really dove at the end to even get any piece of the button.
Now, this is the straight side, though, right?
This side is straighter, Vic. Yeah.
More. I think less. What's that? Lay it this way? Yeah. Right here? Yeah.
There's not as much curl on this side. He's taking ice in this area here, and he's got to catch it right there.
It's going to take its time. And then it should go at the end, you guys.
I will, yeah.
It will take its time for sure, if it's any indication of how it was this afternoon. Both Shannon Clybrink and Stephanie Lawton figured it out.
Draw for 2 here in the 3rd.
Line's good room right now.
Stoughton has one already. It's locked.
We got to go soon. Getting better. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Gary Vandenberg, Steve Gould.
Ton of room.
Here, John Meade.
Got to curl a mile. Still tons of room.
Said it would come late.
Curl. Tons of room,
go, you got to finish it.
Gotta really break and break hard. Break harder than that. You get there? Now look. You know what? Looks like it may have just grabbed enough, Ray.
I'm not sure.
You don't think so, Linda?
Really close.
But you could see how straight that ran. It didn't make the big dive.
Right till
We
the
could have
end.
told him. We could have ran down there.
That's right.
Take a look at it.
Well, on this last evening, my bet's on red.
Whoa. You're going right out on a limb. I'm going to
am.
go right out on a limb.
I am.
And predict that that is red.
I don't think it's real close.
I think they all believe you're right, Vic, from the voices out there.
Keith Riley, Vic?
Yep. Prior winner. 67, I believe.
With Elfie Phillips,
yes,
right
sir. Yeah, very nice man. Now makes his home in the Barrie areas. Accomplished lawn bowler as well.
Smokes a pretty mean cigar, too.
Does he really? Longtime coach as well. What's the word?
It's red.
1 red. So that's 2 for Stoughton. And 1 for me. And the season's just early.
Scott Towels is changing his name to Sponge Towels. Why would they do that? Sponge Towels. That's a good idea.
Scott Towels is changing its name to Sponge Towels. Now with powerful little sponge pockets.
Whatever the project, it's great to be working with the right tools. True Value's the best place to find those tools. Plus everyday answers for your everyday fix-ups. Come see us, and we'll help you get the job done right.
True Value. Help is just around the corner.
Y&M? A coworker recommended it. All right, people, we have a problem. It's 4 o'clock and I still have no idea what I'm making for dinner. I need answers. Sally? Tim? Anybody? M&M has tons of ideas, complete meals. I have fewer meetings at work now.
Rated M for mature.
What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. I run these streets. That's the hood. Hard place to live. The easy place to die. This was getting a lot bigger than I imagined.
In stores now.
Drambuie and soda, please.
Drambuie is crafted from a recipe kept secret since 1745. The secret taste of Drambuie.
Perfect. There you go, honey.
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. Easy to use, ready to go. With over 10 hours of DVD quality recording time and no need for tapes or discs. You'll never miss a moment. JVC Averio, the world's first hard drive camcorder.
'Tis the season for giving, as a young boy needs the gift of a new heart, and Alex needs the gift of help and compassion from his friends. Don't miss a new episode of Grey's Anatomy, Sunday at 10/9 Central on CTV.
Early. Mine's pretty good. 2-3, eh? Yep. 2-3. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Right up. Boy, Paul.
Well, we talked earlier about
yeah.
John Morris said to the guys, I got lucky. I don't think he got that lucky. We knew on swoops with that turn he had pretty good weight, but he did get it out way out there, and it just came down the hill, like down the hill. But he put it on the button, and forced Jeff to go to the other turn, the other side.
Woo. Wait's real good. Woo if you can. Yep.
And Jeff Stoughton made a great draw. I didn't think it would break as much as it did at the end, and it just came enough, and they measured, and that's the extra point. And it's a big extra point.
Oh, it's huge, and that's what we talk about with Jeff. He scored the 2 points on his own rocks. And what did he have to do? He had to draw around a rock in the house and get buried, and he did it. Just fantastic.
I got 2/3.
That wide in turn come around for Stevie Gould, in front of the tee line. Pretty nice shot.
Is that enough? We were taking more than that for.
It was a little interesting because the first guard played by the Stoughton team by Steve pulled off center, and I was wondering if Jeff did that on purpose to try and get John to start going in behind him. We know what happens with all the come-arounds going to the button area. John didn't. He put up the corner.
I think he's on the front one here.
Home off it.
Hard.
Roll it.
All over it.
A little tight.
Sorry, John.
A little soft, man.
Still, that was tight ice.
He's waiting for it to straighten out. Look like we got all the way out there.
Tire's good. Yeah.
You got to be careful. John felt he was inside, and they needed more ice.
Line's good.
Gary
Wait's pretty
Vandenberg.
close. Line's good. Wait's all there. Where you at? Just 8 foot. Almost even with that one. Make it past it if you can.
I got it. Sorry, John.
Ooh, then, we're there. Ooh.
Go, guys. Whoa.
You don't want it too deep.
Good shot.
Okay, Gary.
Sorry, John. A little premature to switch. What are you getting, Johnny?
Just a foot shorter would be a little bit better.
Another lefty.
Line's good.
Room. Sits.
Wait only.
Wait's good.
Room.
Now, how
Easy,
close
Paul,
to these
up,
guards,
Gotta go a little.
when you say you can get around
Heavy.
anything, what can't you get around, Linda? How close would you be to say, all right, I can't get around
Better. Go a little bit.
Really got it.
There isn't a guard you can't get around, Vic, except maybe a really tight guard in that spot that's a little straighter. But virtually everywhere on the sheet of ice, you can get around a guard and almost fully bury no matter where you are.
You see the difference if that red rock that sits on the button right on the Tim Horton, if it's at, let's say, half in the top 4 and half out. You see the difference of the situation that's starting to develop.
One more room. Close to the same. It's coming down. It's good. Yep.
It's real good.
Yeah. Whoa.
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 We're topping a hair,
Whoa.
Jeff.
Whoa.
Topping a hair. Still topping a hair. Nose is okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Good.
Sorry, good, Gary.
Good shot. Good throw.
Nice shot. Jeff Stoughton and Gary Vandenberg have been together for a long time.
Like that.
I don't know the exact number of years, but I'll bet it's
Into that.
15.
United, it's good. Rolls in off it, it's good. Like the intern?
Yeah.
Firm?
It's a pretty good angle. You've got to try and open it up. If nothing else, they'll try and run their own stone in, see if they can hit one of the red. They're trying to hit it on an angle so the shooter does roll away.
Firm. Whoa.
Hard!
Whoa. Right off.
Curl.
run it back. And opens up the center line.
Time for some guards, I guess, eh?
We know there's so much pressure on these teams, and the one thing we have noticed, no matter what game we've covered over the last few days, is because of the pressure, the early brushing calls are coming, and John did it there. The instinct is you want it to be so perfect, you call the brushing on. But with this ice, if you jump it, it can make it go that much straighter, and they did not need brushing on that last one.
Just to it.
Just to it? Yeah, you can move it a bit.
Well, which way?
T-line.
But that's a dicey thing, isn't it, Linda? I mean, if you wait for it to move, you might not be able to save it.
It's just that sometimes, Vic, I think they do it. We talk about it as almost a reflex. You think you want it so perfect that you better get on it, but it just doesn't need it sometimes, and you have to take that moment to see if it does need it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tapping it here. Whoa. Yep.
They want it right on the nose. It needs to move a bit. They don't want to angle it.
Good. Good shot.
Hit and roll.
Get.
Board.
Board.
Yeah.
Fair more.
Well, the bad thing for John is there's 3 red stones lined up there. The good thing is there's no guards in front of them.
Heavy board. Board up.
Lean. Whoa. Hard. Real hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard.
Kevin Cooey
Hard. Hard. Roll it.
looking for the roll.
It's good.
Okay, good. I just touched this guard with my foot, Jeff. I don't think I moved it, though. I just...
That happened today, too, you know, with the early afternoon game where the rusher touched his stone with his foot. No one saw it, but he knew it.
Like that.
Turns to the opposition and says,
whatever you
I
like.
just touched that, Jeff, if you want to, you know, rearrange it or something. And it's part of what makes this sport so fantastic. Here you are playing for an Olympic trip to the Olympics, possibly. And there's never, in all the years I've played, announced, umpired, taught, very, very few times have I ever seen anybody cheat or try and do things that are... the game just doesn't have room for those kind of people. And
line's great.
Seems nice people play the game.
Oh, line's good. Line's great. Whoa, whoa, line's good. Justin. Yep. 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 Hard. Hard. Go hard. 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 Hard.
John Meade.
Good throw.
Yeah. Sorry. Wow. Thought it was there. Didn't do much.
No.
Would have made a huge difference.
Hard to hit this too thin. I think what you want to do is hit about 2/3 of that one, Kev. This one's staying regardless, but I think the best thing is if we nut it right onto this, onto that.
Like a thick half. Half, I think, is pretty good. Thick half.
If you hit half, you'll just hit this, eh?
Red onto yellow, yellow onto red.
Think it more, yeah.
Jam.
Thick half, thin 2/3.
What kind of weight do you like?
Peel.
Kevin Cooey won a Canadian mixed championship back in 2000. Also been to a Canadian junior.
Oh, roll the shooter. This is real bad.
That isn't very good. Gets everything of his and leaves 4 red. Stoughton line 4 without.
This is trouble.
He'll run.
Nothing,
Yeah, he has. Fine. Yeah.
Nothing needed from us.
We could choke it a little bit, I guess, eh? Yeah, it'll leave in the outturn peel, but draw, but it's gonna get one shot at it.
Jeff, he doesn't have that in off, eh?
What's that?
He doesn't have, that's too flat a double, the one over there. Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, this end, John Morris didn't get a lot of help, Linda.
Halfway.
Just
Maybe a
so
little
close,
tight,
but
not bad. Halfway.
no cigar.
Right here, if you can get it here.
Yep.
No, get it that far. Over curl. No. Just let it go. It's gonna over curl.
We are getting it that far. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Quarter hook.
Okay.
All right.
It's too small, so like that. Yeah, I mean, it's real close.
Yeah.
Right on the nose. Yeah, right on the nose.
He thinks he can get 3 of them.
Right on the nose.
There is an opening to draw in, but that spot to draw with the one that Jeff just played is tricky. It curls so hard at the end.
Red, yellow, red, red, red.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
John Morris.
Right off.
Big trouble here in 4.
Needed the nose. He needed the nose.
And still, Stoughton line 3.
Well, that's 2 opportunities in a row to play some sort of run back, and they haven't really been close to the spot.
Your path was good. Hey?
Yeah. You like that? Just gotta bite the center line.
Yeah.
Did
Full
you say
12 was
run
great.
backs on this ice as good as it is?
Same weight, eh?
Or easier than, say, come-arounds and guards, for example?
Well, the
we're going
ice
in
has been
here.
great. We've seen run backs made very. They're just not hitting the room. That's what
We can.
amounts to.
Okay.
You heard him say that they needed the nose and
We gotta bite the center line.
had to hit where the brush was, quite frankly.
Gentleman in a blue cap is John's father, Earl Morris.
Same pass.
$2.99 exactly.
He's the coach of this team out of the Calgary Winter Club.
No deeper.
Gotta curl.
Gotta get to the center.
Go, 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 go.
Come on, cards will
Stay
go.
over there, buddy.
Easy.
Touch center.
Hard! Curl! Hard!
Center.
Hard! Hard! Go, 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 go!
Oh, boy.
Good. It's a little,
Well, they would have liked it over just a wee bit more. There is a hole there. It's a risky hole.
Intern? Wow, I think it's just as easy with.
a little too far with peel.
You mean the out turn then?
I like the end. But I don't.
Oh, I think the out turn is easier with board. In turn is easier with.
I just
normal.
think it'll hang.
Can I roll? I don't think I can roll out with board. So I like that.
This is a tricky spot, eh? It's gonna hang right there.
Well, they're.
You go in turn with more if you like. Normal.
In turn's just as tricky. It curls.
Just looks like you have more room.
There is an option. The option is to get in for second shot, concede the point, and move on to the next end.
Okay. I like that. Good.
I tell you what, if you crash here, don't make it through, you're looking at giving up 3.
A little more.
You're right about that, Victor.
A little more.
Risk and reward.
Well, if you crash, then I mean, you got to make this, otherwise the game's on the line. Right here, you could fight back, but
Still roll out, eh?
you got a tough road ahead of you playing Jeff Stoughton, I'll tell you.
Final stone, facing 4.
Whoa.
Morris here in the 4th. Got to find the hole.
This is the intern that runs a little straighter. I told you that in the reading the
Nothing from
ice.
Kennedy, nothing from Moffat. Got it through. No. The crash in front, and it'll be a steal of 3.
Out turn going away and the intern coming home. We talked about it in the reading the ice.
Let's meet these teams. The lead, Paul Moffat and Steve Gould. The second, Mark Kennedy, Gary Vandenberg. Throwing the third stones, Kevin Cooey and John Meade. And the skips out of the Calgary Winter Club, John Morris. And from the Charleswood in Winnipeg, Jeff Stoughton.
The Strauss Herb Company has sold over 1 million bottles of the original Strauss Heart Drops. And take it from me, Randy Furby, it's not because Heart Drops taste great. Take the taste test yourself. Strauss Heart Drops, available at your local health food retailer.
All the way from the craftsmanship to the perfect pour. All the way from its introduction to becoming the #1 light beer in the world. All the way from an exacting brewing process to the easy drinking taste. All the way from the line to inside the club. All the way from the brewmaster to the bartender. When it goes down this smooth, make it a Bud Light. Smooth all the way.
Please join me at the 2006 Men's World Curling Championship at the Songus Arena in beautiful Lowell, Massachusetts, April 1st through 9th. Besides watching the best curler in the world compete, there's a lot to do in Lowell. And Boston is only 30 minutes away. Tickets and hotel packages are available now. Call 888-WCC-2006 or visit us online. The 2006 World Men's Curling Championship, sweeping the world while brushing with history.
At True Value, we know places in Canada where kids are encouraged to throw rocks at houses, and we even like to give them a little help. That's why we applaud and support all the Canadians who coach, instruct, and organize events, from the grassroots amateur level all the way up to the national championships. True Value is proud to be the official hardware supplier to Curling's Season of Champions, and future champs too. True Value, around the corner from your house.
Why M&M? Well, they're just so helpful.
Yeah.
You know, unlike some places.
Excuse me, can you help me?
I have to go ask someone.
At M&M, they suggest things. They're not afraid to help.
Well, they're just not afraid.
How you doing? Oh, look, I got a great, stay right there, okay?
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. Easy to use, ready to go, with over 10 hours of DVD quality recording time and no need for tapes or discs.
Jen?
You'll never miss a moment. JVC Averio, the world's first hard drive camcorder.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company products. Available at health product retailers across Canada.
Well, the key shot is brought to you by Cashmere. Now, Cottonelle has an even softer name, Cashmere.
Well, we talked about this in the Reading the Ice section, that there was some tricky spots along the edge of the forefoot. One of the things we said was the out-turn going away, which this shot is, runs very straight and doesn't break as hard as the in-turn. Now watch how long it takes for this stone to break, and it finally does. I didn't think it had, and it catches enough to score 2 points.
So in the third end, Jeff Stoughton manufactures a deuce with his own points. Now contrast this. In my opinion, I would never have been throwing this. I said they should have talked about getting in for second shot, conceding the single and moving on, because this was the risk. That's a huge steal to give up.
I'm surprised too, Linda.
So Stoughton scores 2, steals 3. John Morris is left glassy-eyed. 5-1. Stoughton leading as we go to the fifth. If they did talk about it, it was under their breath.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear it, Vic, and it seemed to be just such an obvious thing. In the third end, Jeff was able to get out of trouble, but this end, there wasn't a lot of openings for John, and I just think they should have thought through that risky situation.
And considering how good this Stoughton team is at hitting, I would think that coming back may be difficult.
Well, the free guard rule, you know, with the not being able to hit those first 2 stones, it gives you a bit of a chance. But yes, it's tough against these teams. They don't miss many hits. If you're waiting for a wide open hit, you can forget it. Miss, I should say.
Line him up.
I think in that situation, I may have really considered just drawing for the second shot rock too, Linda. I agree with you. That was a tough spot, and we've had the advantage of watching this ice all day today, and we did know that in-turn down there ran straight. Now, I don't know, maybe he put it back or something, or gave himself too much ice, but the 4-foot lines We talked about being tricky was the word I used, and they are.
And it was the kind of port, when you play that weight, there was no option. If you're off, it's missed. It's not like it's going to tick and roll in or have some other plan B that might be successful. It was make or miss.
Too wide. Hang on, make a shot. Shoot.
It must be terribly discouraging, too, to have that, because the beginning of the game, actually, the Morris team was positioning the rocks much better. That's why those shots by Jeff in 3 were so big, because he was trying to struggling to get rocks in position. Mark Kennedy was making great shots. Really, the Morris team was setting it up.
Line's good.
7.
Well, if you go back to that end where Jeff got the 2 in 3, like you mentioned,
line's good.
Jonathan Meade made a couple great clearing shots, but the 2 points were generated by Jeff himself by making 2 great draws.
No hole, all right? Let's wait, Mark. Oh, he's got to move 2 rocks. Rip the corner.
They all bunched together.
Yeah.
I just asked.
Terry Vandenberg.
Yep.
Try to deal the guard, and then Morris will be trying to left to try and generate the points.
Go, Jeff. Go, Steve.
In the rings.
Good save, boys. Go. Shoot. Shoot, Gareth. Good shoot.
And we know how tough that is, Vic. With this ice, with lots of swing, you can get in behind guards and really do something, but trying to do it in the rings, these teams are so good at blasting rocks off the face of other stones. It's tough to get your deuce that way.
Back 4 foot.
Take a bit more.
Trying to get this back 12 foot, buried in behind the 3 stones in the rings. They just know that they're going to peel those corner guards. They're going to try and get the extra rock in the rings covered by going around the stones that are in the 4 foot.
Hard line. Line's good. Real hard line. Hard.
Moffat.
Freeze. Whoa.
Cooey.
Close. Oh.
I caught something. They gave up on going around it because it caught the swing. Then it actually caught debris and grabbed the top 12.
I doubt it.
John Meade.
Yep. Whoa. Hard. Whoa.
Nice.
Good.
Wow, look what he gets going. And that's the problem, Linda. You just, and as Ray said, so you just get so many rocks moving. Hit so much.
Yeah.
Now, Jonathan's one of the best, but definitely they can get rocks out in the house, even if they look frozen. With the kind of weight they can throw, they can make them go away.
Well, I sit on the board with Jonathan Meade and the Children's Hospital PDO bond school that we're having in Winnipeg in January, first week in January, and had a chance to talk to him, and he said to me, and I've said this before earlier this week, that we really haven't played badly, we just can't win anything. Well, they've got it going now.
It's not straightening up at all, eh? No.
Kathy Gauthier.
Well, one of the reasons that Jeff told me they brought Tom Patrick onto their team, he acts as their coach, is a team sports psychologist, works with the Canadian women's volleyball team out of Winnipeg, Jeff said, that technically they felt they were solid. They knew that they had lots of capability, but they could never seem in the last couple years to put it together at the same time and for any great distance. One of the things that Tom has done is worked really, really hard with them this year to find a different place within themselves, to get to the same place, the same page at the same time. And obviously for them, it's this week.
It's working, Kath.
Same weight. Ideally, you want to move this about an inch.
I didn't want those 2 stones to sit there.
Weight's not bad.
There is Tom Patrick.
And it's just another example of what teams are trying to do to make a difference, because we keep saying this Olympic dream, it's such a big prize. They don't want to leave any stone unturned. You want to leave this week saying we did everything we could have possibly done to be our best.
Trying to generate something, and Cooey right down on top.
You know, give them full credit, because you could really sag after giving up that big end, but they've made some very nice shots. Great freezes.
It's a tough task and a tough climb, but this game is not over. You lay a few freezes in like that, put stones in a position where they can't be removed.
Okay.
You can score. You need 2 points, you give up 1. You need 2 points, you give up 1. You can climb back into these games. That free guard zone rule, you hear them talk about it, Vic, in the NHL now. A 2-goal lead is not automatic where it used to be. You can't clutch, you can't grab, you can't slow up the back checkers, you know, and goals are now offenses in that game. And it's the same thing here. The rule we 4-rock rule we went to, the curling went to around the world, has made a huge difference.
Now, if they would only spot me a couple of points, that might help.
Wait's real good. So's the line.
Got room, guys.
Well, you can't blast that one out of there,
Line's
so they'll
good.
try and get an angle of this stone onto the yellow.
Line's good.
We're fine.
Room.
We're fine.
Line's good.
We're not tapping. We're fine.
Yep. Line's good. Line's good.
So Stoughton saying what? Close it off. I'll give him his one. Or let me see as they come in. No, he'll try and steal his one here.
Well, he's just trying to freeze one in there.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it out, so.
Nice.
But it is Stoughton line 1 looking to steal in this 5th.
Roll over here.
Oh, I should have looked at my first one. I didn't think that.
This is probably going to spin. It'd be nice to spin onto it, and then you roll to here, and there's not really much of a double, eh?
I like it. I think what we want to do is we want to roll this one nice and low here, right?
You got to keep it above this other one.
Okay, let's go.
Control, or
just I think I like just control. Okay. Just control right there.
Well, there's two keys to this. Sorry, go ahead. Ray.
No.
Jeff's got this in a good spot, but you can try and hit the yellow under red, but save the shooter and get the 2 yellows where there isn't a double.
Control. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Hard. Hard. Whoa. 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 Paul got to go hard. Hard.
I did exactly what he hoped to do.
Well,
John Morris, who lost the Brier final in 2002 to Randy Furby.
see that happening.
He was actually hoping, though, the yellow, as we look at it in the full in the forefoot, was more angled onto a red Vic.
But
had
if you
more
nose
protection
it,
behind it.
and we stay shot, you might not be able to score 2, right? If you hit it just a little high.
Yeah. Yeah, you think if we play that, it's going to jam?
Well, it might. That's the problem. It's going to drag. It's guaranteed. You're not. That's going to be a hard one to get out, like all the way to there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay, nose hit then.
Just a little high. Even if you show, well, if you just show half, it just ticks. But
yeah, nose. Even if we sit on this side, it's not bad, John.
What's that?
Even if we're
you want to be just a little bit here.
A little bit on that
Just here. Just off nose on your side.
Okay. Just nice then.
Because they're frozen, if you hit them on the center line side, the yellow stone will drag to our left. There's a chance it'll jam on the other red, so they're not going to risk it. Just hit it on the nose.
And then he did mention too, it's a long way to push that yellow stone. The one sitting on the other side of center.
That looks good.
Just going to hit it on the nose.
How do you learn that, Linda? That drag effect business?
Well, I think curlers that are interested in all the angles, Vic, should just set up some stones and go just in front of the house and push a rock at it and just watch. Watch what happens with the handle and where the rocks go. That's the best way to learn. And watch a lot of curling, of course.
Just run straight as an arrow, you know that.
Okay, Jeff.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
That's the spot we've talked about.
Yeah, where the...
It's not that easy, though, because he's either got to play the double, right?
Shoot. Oh, and you got it.
Okay.
A little more bounce in his step as he's heading back for his final stone, John Morris.
But I guess just to make my point again, Vic, if he'd given up the single last stand, if he'd drawn in against the 4, given up 1, it's not hard to get your deuce back. But he's given himself a big hole at this point of the game.
Well, it's an opportunity for a couple.
It's also a good example for our viewers to see when you're hitting rocks, you have to, and you've got the lead, you got to roll your shooters out.
This one's really going on him.
Oh, missed chance, missed chance. Boy, oh boy, look at that. Red for sure it is. John Morris. Time for a break.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Tim Hortons Limited Canister and Mug. This SportsCenter update is brought to you by Tim Hortons Limited Mug and Canister.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the SportsCenter newsroom. I'm Jennifer Hedger. We'll get you right back to curling in just a moment. But we do have a SportsCenter coming up tonight at 10 Eastern time. Here's what we're working on. Capitals and Red Wings first period. Alexander Ovechkin tips the shot and then passes the rebound for his 18th. It's 1-0. Currently 1-1 in the second. Thrashers and Blue Jackets 6 minutes into the first. Adam Foote turns the puck over. Mark Savard's there. He's got his 12th. Makes it 1-0. This one's tied at 1 after 1. And later tonight, the Senators are in Vancouver to take on the Canucks. Sens lead the league with a 21-4 record, while the Canucks are 12-1 at GM Place. We'll have highlights coming up on SportsCenter. All that, as well as Bob McKenzie with a little inside info on the 2006 Olympic hockey team and the World Cup draw from Germany. We'll have all the details coming up after Tim Hortons Canadian Trials for Curling. See you soon.
So are we really going to do this? Stop for coffee, only Tim Hortons?
All the way to BC.
Only Tim's?
All the way east. Nobody's done this before.
Remember when you had to travel to find yourself? You had to stand at the edge to feel alive. Dreams were something you chased after. Nothing's changed. And yet, everything's changed. The newly designed Ford Explorer. The adventure never ends.
Strauss Herb Company, sponsor of the Strauss Canada Cup of Curling, is a family business with a full line of traditional natural products. Take it from me, Randy Furby. These products rock. They're available at health food stores near you.
With so much more to see, shouldn't you be watching it on the Aquas Liquid Crystal Television? From Sharp.
Well, the winner of this game, Stoughton Morris, will go on to play Brad Gushue Sunday in the men's final of these Canadian curling trials. And a reminder, you'll see it on CBC Sunday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9:30 Pacific. And we have seen some wonderful shots from these two teams. In fact, all three teams, actually.
Sorry, Victor. Earlier during the week, we saw Jeff Stoughton play a number of fantastic shots. Look at this in-off against Mark Dacey. Bang to line 2.
Well, we know he can play the big weight, but so far in this game, we've seen Jeff Stoughton with some huge draws. In the third end, he has to manufacture a deuce, and it's all in his own. The first time coming around a long guard, but also a rock in the 8-foot, and he gets it dead buried. With his second one, he catches the other side of the button. Just remarkable 2 shots, and we say you can never give up. A lot of curlers look at that kind of situation and think they have to get out of trouble, but it was still, in Jeff's mind, an opportunity for the deuce. A huge momentum shift in the game because they had not been setting up well. He catches the other side of the button. Put 2 on the scoreboard.
2 great draws. He got those 2 points all by himself, as you mentioned, Linda.
And then this fella, what a one-man show he put on. Mark Nichols, who throws the third stone for Brad Gushue.
Well, against the same Jeff Stoughton. Look at this here. Jeff had this end going. It was line 4.
And then in the 9th end, they wanted to score, not just limit scoring. So what do you have to do? You have to get into that button area. Big hit and roll by Mark Nichols. And now finally, to wrap it up, you call on Brad. And he has to get some rocks spilling out. But look at this. After he's finished, they actually count 4.
And so Brad Gushue waits now for the winner of this semifinal. And it is Jeff Stoughton in control, leading 6-1 when we come back.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you in part by Scott Paper Limited, proud sponsor of curling for 25 years. By Ford, built for life in Canada. And by Strauss Herb Company, makers of the original Strauss Heart Drops, when only the best will do.
You're right there, okay?
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. No tapes or discs. It's the world's first hard drive camcorder.
We invented the game. We created our competitors. They imitated us. They learned from us. They built on what we knew. But it's time to remember who we are. It's time to stop letting others steal our game. It's not about taking off the gloves. It's about taking off the blinders. So when we have an edge, we're going to use it without apology.
When you change your attitude, that changes everything.
At 17, I went to prison for murder. By 19, I was penniless and heartbroken. I almost drowned at 20. Then I had my memory erased at 28. And by 29, I was in Neverland. My real life doesn't need any extra drama. That's why my card is American Express.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts. Proud sponsor of women's curling for 25 years.
Rated M for mature.
What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. I run these streets. That's the hood. A hard place to live. An easy place to die. This was getting a lot bigger than I imagined.
In stores now.
Perfect. There you go, honey.
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. No tapes or discs. It's the world's first hard drive camcorder.
Well, John Morris finds himself down 6-1 and very disappointed after giving up a steal of 3 and then a steal of 1, and then Dad came to talk with him.
Shut up, Paul.
This game. You can still win this game. But you gotta believe you can win it. You gotta believe you're gonna make a whole bunch of shots from here on in. Okay? Just keep going for a conservative. Get a couple of points on the board. You know, you almost got a deuce there. It was so close. Crank it up again. Crank it up again. You'll be fine. But believe you can do it.
And then John headed to the dressing room and gathered his thoughts, and now he's back on the ice.
Well, you also heard John just say, gee, I've been curling so well.
Heavy.
Pump it. And he has been. And so he's heartbroken.
Can we go past it?
I mean, and it hasn't just been John Morris. I mean, Kevin hasn't made anything for him. Mark has struggled a little bit, and he's been in trouble. But that particular shot is what he's upset at, because he did have a very legitimate chance for 2 points to make it a 5-3 game. So you're emotionally upset. I can relate to it so well, because it's you know, your heart's in this thing. And he has been playing well. The last couple of games, maybe not quite as sharp, but he got out of the gate in this event, and so he's hurt. He's hurt. Great words from Dad.
Good.
But that one shot,
Good.
when he could have given up just the one, is still the question mark.
Yeah, you know, he's still a young man, and usually on the team, Vic, there's somebody that points out the option, and at least I would have liked them to have talked about it, because I didn't hear them talk about it. It seemed like it was just that youthful exuberance of, there's the shot, Rock, I can do it. But it was a really tough shot. And then it was, as Ray pointed out, in the fifth end, one of the easier ways to get a deuce. And he just didn't throw it well.
Oh, boy.
But there's a perfect example why Dad said, go and try and set it up again. You get mistakes.
That was a good throw.
Really calming influence by Earl.
Yeah, he finished good.
2 guards, you can get 3.
Whoa.
Pretty positive.
Mark Kennedy.
Now the guy's got to bury it now too and make a lot of shots for him. They know how he feels. He's blaming himself. Most skips do when they miss those last rocks. That's when you got to make the extra effort, make the extra better shots for him.
Hard. Okay, Mark.
Not bad.
Sorry, guys. Yep. Whoa, clean. Good shot. Oh boy. Hey, Gary.
No mistake this time by Gary Vandenberg. Let's check the numbers after 5. They're brought to you by Tim Hortons and the limited mug and canister.
It's just been a lot of stealing, and it comes right down to John Morris in particular, but Ray's right. There have been set-up shots that have been missed. The game started well with the Morris team. That's why the numbers are probably higher than we might see, but some big mistakes in the end where the big steals were given out. And they are all going to have to regroup and make a ton of shots.
5. Hard line. Hard line. Hard. Hard! Line's good. Hard line! Hard! Hard! Hard!
Boy, diving now at that corner, covering the edge of the 8. Here comes Morris as well. Drag it by a little bit more. Sneak it by. No.
Just light. You can see the weight. That mark was just light there. That's got to be in. And buried. And you get another one in on top of it. When they hit the open one.
Yep. You know, one of the reasons I like looking at those two shots of Jeff Stoughton is how that impacts on the team, because we've talked a little bit now about John's misses, but those two makes in the third end by Jeff Stoughton can so lift a team. And in the fourth end, we saw an entirely different team, in my opinion, throwing in front of Jeff Stoughton. They made so many good shots, and you can't measure that. When Jeff, we talked about his experience, just gets in that hack and says, we're going to set up a deuce on my 2 rocks using opponent's rocks in the house. It's just such a motivator for your team.
Hard. 9, 10, 8. Whoa, 9. Clean. Whoa, 8. Line. Whoa, weight's good. Whoa, 8, 9. Whoa. 8. Line's good, yeah. Line over. 8. Whoa. Yep. 4. Yep.
The bump.
Hard, John. Hard.
And he'll raise it top 12 covered, but the shot stone back 4 belongs to Stoughton.
That's a nice shot. Nice line on it.
Want to try and run it off the back one? No. No, I think just peel it away. Whatever, I'm just asking. Yeah.
You don't want to get too fancy. You're up 6-1. You don't want to be jamming something on the shot rock, coming across the face by mistake or something.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Good. Nice. That way. Boy, Jonathan. Good rush. Shot. Shots. Thank you. As far as we thought it would. What's this, 8?
Same weight, or?
Yeah, about the same. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think we just got to have like some good rotation because it goes sideways.
Which side should we?
Down on top?
Quicker or same?
I just don't know if that's enough ice. I was thinking.
Why this turn as compared to the other one? Because he thought about the other side.
Well, the in turn on the other side
I don't think
has been a little inconsistent. That's the side we talked about, that it holds for a lot longer. I think he knows exactly the ice for this out turn, Vic.
Okay.
And that's what we talked about. That's the in turn coming home, and it runs a little straighter than this out turn. This out turn walks right over.
Line's good. 8.
Line's real good.
8.
Got to get by a guard on covering the edge of the 8. Another stone top 12.
Losing the line a bit.
You just have to be careful it's not crossing hard at the end.
And then right down on the nose.
That looks like it's bouncing a foot and then it stops.
Because if he goes here, well, if he goes here, you can't get 2 out.
Yeah. If it goes over the top,
That one did. That one looked
The
like
houses grinding a little bit, are they?
I think so, Vic. It's maybe a little warmer in here.
I mean, I don't know where you can put this where
It's
I
been
can't get
play
one
all
of them
day. The building's been warm all day.
Right.
Affects the ice a
Puts
little
here,
bit.
I get one out. He puts it here, I get one out. Nose hit, we get one out, right?
Yeah, what you hit it this side,
Yeah.
everything spins. Okay. Peel, you want to just peel straight out?
Yeah, I don't think we need it to be in the way. Less. Yeah.
Peel weight.
(6-1) Stoughton leads as we get ready for Skip Stones here in the 6th. Just out.
Good. Shot. Thanks.
I'll just go here. Mind you, he maybe tries this, eh?
I'd rather, like that's tough to stick them both, and if he does, I'm gonna have a double. So I like that.
I'll just go over here. There's no double. Like, you don't want to go here and leave him a double, eh? Put it over here, he's gonna hit it for sure. It's easy to get rid of this.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna come around everything, we might as well go here. It serves the same purpose.
As long as you don't leave a double, but...
He's never
That's
gonna...
bearing pretty nice there.
Yeah.
He's never gonna jam this. So why don't we just throw one over here, let him hit it, and then just draw up to it for 2.
If you're Morris, you've got to get something. You got to get some kind of life, a little bit of confidence.
Well, he's got 2 points. He's got 2 points here. You know, he knows he just doesn't want to give Jeff a double. He's got 2 points in position.
Wait, hit and try to sit 2.
Oh, that's what he's playing.
Okay.
It'll give us a double, though.
Jeff is not going to be drawing. He's going to give him 2.
But Kevin's point is just which side of the house to use, Vic. Put it on the side where there isn't a double, because they know that Jeff will hit the easiest one. He won't go after anything too risky. He's got too big a lead.
Can you sense, listening to Kevin Cooey, he just wants to bring him down, just calm him out. The words, they're calm words from his third.
T-line. For 7, 8.
Well, not too deep.
8.
Well.
8, 9.
Well.
No,
just T-line.
No, don't even touch it, Mark.
Whoa.
Whoa. No. Okay, John, shot.
Good shot. Yeah, that's a good point, Linda. I mean, Kevin.
This way, bud. That's 73. 75? Yeah.
Like that.
Ooh.
Or just peel, eh?
Well, depends on what you're trying to do. Well, if you're just making it go away, peel's good. If you're trying to stick it, then...
So Stoughton's conceding the 2 points. If he gets lucky and gets a little roll in behind the corner, he could make it more difficult. That's why he's playing that side, playing it that way. But he knows with the kind of weight they throw down on these things, there's no way he's going to come across the face of it and jam it.
Okay, wait.
Close.
Stoughton in his last.
No. No.
Okay, good try. Okay, Jeff. Let's go, Jeff.
So there's the 2 points.
About. What's that? Just about. Yeah.
And you go right back to what the coach said,
I just draws for it.
but also Dad said. Go out, make something happen, generate a couple, and get yourself back into it. And even a smile.
Well, Earl Morris, not only is his father, he's a very, very accomplished curler in his own right. And we talked about this in earlier
Can't hurt it.
telecasts, other telecasts. He's represented 3 provinces at the Brier. I've had the opportunity to play against him many times myself. He knows the game, and he obviously knows his son.
And the crowd here at the Metro Center appreciates a couple of points for Morris.
It's running out. This is a fight to the death.
From the Academy Award-winning filmmakers of Traffic.
They want to kill someone that hasn't done anything wrong.
On December 9th, what is the price of oil? Syriana.
Now playing.
Y&M? A coworker recommended it. All right, people, we have a problem. It's 4 o'clock and I still have no idea what I'm making for dinner. I need answers. Sally? Tim? Anybody? M&M has tons of ideas, complete meals. I have fewer meetings at work now.
They say it takes a man to play poker. said he takes a mouse.
He took the phone.
Play poker for free, anywhere, anytime you want at partypoker.net. Join the thousands of players improving their poker play right now at Party Poker. Party Poker, the world's largest poker school. It's fun and real easy.
He's cute. He's charming. He's two. In other words, my son's a monster. My monster's name is Simon. While he runs, jumps, and turns the house upside down, I film him, edit clips, make DVDs, email movies to the grandparents, and everyone else I know. Because everyone loves a good monster movie.
Start something epic. Start anything you like with a world of software and devices that run on Windows.
Why not speak up when everyone is listening? On Monday, January 23rd, vote.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company, bringing science and tradition together for a brighter future.
Perfect. There you go, honey.
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. Easy to use, ready to go, with over 10 hours of DVD quality recording time and no need for tapes or discs. You'll never miss a moment. JVC Averio, the world's first hard drive camcorder.
In turn, out turn. Hard to make any kind of turn tonight here in Halifax. Just a reminder, the NHL on TSN. Wayne Gretzky's Coyotes meet the Canadiens in Montreal, and coverage begins 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific next Tuesday. The NHL in high definition.
The other great game played on ice.
Boris gets two. 6-3. Stoughton has the hammer as we go to the seventh.
91, that should be pretty close. Line's pretty good. Got room.
Now you gotta go to work and try and steal. Point here and point there.
Line's good.
Seventh end.
Yep. Grab there, Johnny. Hard, guys. Farcical. Farcical. Come on. Go, go,
When we
go,
talk
go, go,
about
go.
teams having to make choices, decisions about tactics, the one thing that this does is John is very clear about his tactics. He has to put lots of rocks in play, 2 guards every time he's going for the steal. It's a high-risk game. He's going to have to leave Stoughton rocks in the house and just hope to get something in there that he can protect.
Hard. Hard.
Well, you can see how you can score 2 points because he missed the 2 points in the end previous to that one. That's what he was so upset at. I certainly don't blame him.
Hard line.
And then he developed, he worked on it and got 2 points right back. So, you know,
Good sweep, guys.
you get that first 2, then you give up a single and you get 2 back. That's how you get back in the game. That's why he was so upset because he let it slip away in that 5th end. And we'll go back to your comments, Linda, earlier when he gave up the 3. I mean, he could have just given up a single there.
White should be pretty good.
Whoa.
It was a tough hole. If. Life is choices, as our good friend Richard Wells always said. Our producer Richard Wells would tell me, now Moosey, calm down, because life is choices.
Okay. So doing nothing,
The player comparisons are brought to you by Alexander Keith's. Those who like it a lot.
Well, we talked about the matchups and how the Stoughton team maybe had the advantage in the back end, but boy, Paul Moffat, Mark Kennedy, the front end for the Morris team have been so strong, and again tonight, 94%.
T-line, looks light.
Line's good.
Looks light.
Room. 6.
Line's real good.
Pretty good. 6.
Line's real good.
What's that?
Line's real good.
That's the room.
Right here. Lots of room. Hurry, hurry. Way behind this one. Hard.
They're not throwing in the towel, boy. They're going to work. See if they can get themselves back in this game.
Shot, Mark.
Let's go, G-Man.
Clean.
Oops, sorry.
Clean? No.
No.
Watch your back, watch your back.
Oh.
Yep.
And kill his own at the back, but sit there.
I'm getting good at that.
It's a couple misses by Gary.
Same throw.
Same thing. Same shot.
We said that was the trend coming in, and Gary has had some mistakes in this game.
Quite a few. You don't see those wide open misses on peeled rocks very often at this level.
The last.
Yeah, a little. 6. Room. Line's good. Same spot, right on it. Good room. Whoa. Leave it if you can. More room. Leave it if you can.
Gotta go.
Hard. Gotta be here. Hard. Line's good. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard, Paul. Light. Hard. Go hard. Hard. Hard, John. Hard. Hard. Keep going.
Look at this. Look at this to lie 2. Here's Gary Vandenberg again. Kathy Gauthier, you were telling us something about Gary earlier in the week.
Well, he's had a heck of a year, Vic. To start out with, he early in September fell over the backboard or the sideboard at a curling club and cracked a couple of ribs. He took some time off. Don Harvey stepped in to play, and just as he was getting over that recovery, he was building a fence and a board snapped up and hit him right in the face, knocked out his 4 front teeth, requiring emergency surgery only about a month ago. His teeth have healed, but I talked to him earlier today, and just the wear and tear of being a front-end player and sweeping, his ribs are giving him a lot of grief. And you got to know that even though he won't make excuses, those things have got to start to affect you when you're throwing and sweeping with this intensity.
I can only imagine if you're trying to reach out to get to the broom or something like that, you might not just get out far enough. Linda, is that possible?
Sure, and the leaning on the brush would irritate for sure the rib area.
Right off, right off. Right off, right off, right off.
That's why I've decided many years ago never to build a fence.
Whoa.
We said it was advantage Stoughton and Meade, and look at that, 98% at the third position. Tough to beat a team with a third that hot. But again, full credit to the Morris team. They're just scrapping for every rock, getting some position on those guards.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Roll, Gary. Good.
You know, you can't keep always putting it on your skip. He generated those 2 points with draws of his own in that third end. Got to give him some support. So Stoughton team as well has to stay sharp.
Same weight
this
too.
young skip
Really gotta work.
from Alberta is not about to throw the towel in. I don't see any white towels out there.
Same weight. Switch. Whoa. Really gotta work.
Hard. Hard now. Hard, guys. Line's good.
High 2. Line's good.
Hard.
Hard.
Right up.
These guys do the switch with brushing if they want it to curl more.
Hard.
You see Moffat go to the stone and Mark move out in front and vice versa.
Nice weight.
Wait, what?
Depending on which way they wanted to move, the two brushers get closer or farther away from the stone.
Good, John. That's good.
What?
Stop. Wide. Kind of Nice. Here.
Same as yours.
So Morris without the hammer. Line 2.
Yeah.
Well, there's no question that Jeff is out curling John. The hits, 54% for John Morris at the moment. And it was those hits, trying to get through that port in particular, was a tough shot to even try. And it was missed.
How's line? Line's real good. 3-4. 3-4. Right off then.
Stay with it.
4. Right off, right off. Almost frozen to the top. No, 4. Frozen to the hard. Frozen to the red. Hard. Wait only. It's already there. It's all there. Hard. 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 Keep going. Go, go.
Wow. Did he want it there or out in front?
Out in front.
Come on.
It might. I think it'll pull past, but it doesn't matter. It's the same shot. Okay. Does nothing, eh?
They're talking about how it might come off the outside red one.
Think we get rid of 2 yellows?
This one here, they're talking about this stone here. When they hit it.
You guys can't wait. Okay.
Yeah, same shot you could do.
This is a straight spot. We've talked about that.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
It's not going to curl there.
Good.
Good.
Gets rid of a couple. Stoughton has the hammer.
Nice.
Thanks, John.
They rip shot.
He's a cool customer. He hit that absolutely.
I think we just corner freeze him, Kev. Make him draw.
Okay. Same throw.
If we just tuck the corner, that's much. It's hard. After all. But it'd be high enough that I don't need to see him. So you can go over the top.
Where's my split on that?
84, 85.
To get stuff out of there. Well, if Kennedy makes his second one good, we are just pooped. Some of them just don't. You get them out just a bit, eh? They just don't.
Where's you want to go with this?
I think he said, Vic, he was going to corner the red stone at center line, trying to get an angle that wasn't going to drive it back on the yellow behind.
Hard that line.
Gotta go, Vic, wait.
Line's good. Let it work.
No, line's good.
Just 3.
Let it work.
4. Line's good. 4.
Easy. Hard line.
Whoa, no bounce. No bounce.
We're not bouncing.
Hard then. Wait only. Wait only. Hard line. Hard line. Hard.
Just like that.
Very nice.
Nice shot. So you dig in for your draw. Jeff Stoughton once again is going to have to draw to that button. For a single, no hesitation.
Right here, Jeff?
Yeah.
I think the front end would like him to try and come off his own. You hear the voices.
What's that?
Go like this, eh?
You got to hit this one to the
The
rock.
ice.
What's that?
You got to hit this much of the rock to make the double. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
those two dragged. The double? No.
They don't drag enough?
No. And the
Okay.
double
Sure, I
is
thought the
double.
double wasn't that
frozen?
thin.
Yeah, but it's half rock. We'll go take a look.
I did.
Yeah, it's
No? Okay, that's good. Let's
the
draw.
double's
Let's make the
like
shot.
less than a quarter of a rock.
Okay, make the draw then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Once he's coming down here to draw, I'm not talking to him. I don't care. I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, we mentioned that before. I always say no strategy at the hack end. If you want to say something, go down the other end. What I like about this is a little bit of the contrast again. Jeff knows how important this point is. You don't want to give up a steal.
Line's real good. Get a little tight.
Guard.
Well, we can. We're there.
Hard.
Wait, sir.
Cooled. Vandenberg trying to drag it. Got to get it by first. Get it by. Get it by. No, the rub. Will it roll far enough? Oh, and it may just have gotten there for the single.
But he has the draw weight in his pocket. He just needed a little bit more ice.
One red. One red. Good rush.
Yeah. Whew. Nearly gave up the steal. 7-3 Stoughton.
Thunder, 120 decibels. Highway traffic, 70 decibels. Highway traffic inside a luxury sedan, 64 decibels. Inside the Ford F-150, 63. We keep thinking about tough because we want you to drive a Ford.
There's a certain team in Senior Division B, the Exiles. They're young, fast, and undefeated. On Sunday, they will lose because we've taped all their plays. We've downloaded all their games. We've even trained with obscure Brazilian drill software. It's our heads versus their feet. And this time, we'll win.
Start something victorious. Start anything you like with a world of software and devices that run on Windows.
This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces the taste, the smoothness, and the drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price. Bright, crisp, clean. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Pure X Ultra, our thickest, softest Pure X ever.
At True Value, we encourage kids to throw rocks at houses, and we even like to give them a little help. We're proud to be the official hardware supplier to curling's Season of Champions. Just like we're proud of our True Value paint, we test and retest right at our own factory. We guarantee every can at every store. True Value, around the corner from your house.
Now on DVD, experience the motion picture event critics are calling Ron Howard's best movie.
This time around, I know what I'm fighting for.
Russell Crowe, Renee Zellweger.
Pop, pop, bang!
Cinderella Man, yours to own and give today.
This Monday, Eric Bischoff is no longer the general manager.
Take out the trash!
Now, only one question remains. Who's in charge of Raw? WWE Raw TSN.
It'll be Kelly Scott from Kelowna, Shannon Clybrink from Calgary in the women's final of these Canadian curling trials. You'll see it on CBC Saturday afternoon at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Amy Nixon throws the third stone for Clybrink, and she had a brilliant game earlier today, and she's with Kathy.
Amy, a huge shot in 10 and an amazing game today. Tell us how you're feeling now.
I'm actually feeling pretty good now, pretty calm. It took me a little while to come down after that game in the 10th end. But yeah, I'm feeling really good now, ready to get some rest tonight.
Talk to us about tomorrow, the emotions and the game plan against Kelly Scott.
The emotions are really very similar to the last 5 or 6 games we've played. We've been sudden death since we were 1-3, so it's very similar for us. Nothing really new there. Game plan is also very similar. I think we're just looking forward to the opportunity tomorrow to play.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, from all of us at TSN, thank you for your cooperation. All the women's teams this week here in Halifax, and we wish the best to Shannon Clybrink and Kelly Scott as we go to the 8th. And John Morris playing the Yellowstones will have the hammer. 7-3, Jeff Stoughton leading.
Well, that was a big draw. Then he had to draw full to the forefoot, and it broke hard for him. His weight was perfect. He's had the button in his pocket. Good rushing and good judgment. But It almost curled too much for him. It just spun in.
Real hard.
But I really like the choice. The team was interested in trying something with more risk. That point is so important to keep that big lead. I really like the choice, and I think the shot was very good.
Good.
It adds another dimension to drawing, though, for the skips when you have so much break late. You really have to get out to the broom, and you really have to have the perfect weight to give to the brushers.
Yep. Hard.
Right over, Jeff.
Yeah, go.
Well, as often happens when you have a couple of complete misses. I think maybe Gary babied that one a little bit and got not a nose hit, but left a guard out in front anyways.
Yeah, that's got to be a peel shot. That shooter's got to be out of there. Gary's just struggling. It's just one of those nights he's having a tough night. And
back ring.
Even back 8s. Same speed as your first draw last time.
Back ring. 9-10.
Is that enough?
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weight's good. 9. Room. Whoa for line. Whoa. Nothing. 9. Nothing. 8. Nothing.
Whoa, line's
coming
pretty
down.
good.
8. Whoa, line. Whoa.
8.
Really got to
Whoa, wait for it. Whoa, just 8. Whoa. Just
hard.
bouncing.
Hard. Hard. That's good.
Shot.
Hey, G, let's go.
Yep. Yep. Okay, good. Good throw. Shot, Gary.
just kind of looking for the double peel. Get them both off of there.
Yeah, you can't go past that.
Have to be above it.
Yeah.
So top 8 or better.
Yeah. Threw this 2 ends ago. Yeah, you can ignore that split. Okay.
Same weight should be close.
Mark Kennedy.
Clean. Yep.
Line only. 7. Room. Line only.
Room. Line's good.
Let it come down, Paul.
Room.
Out-turn, come around the corner guard.
Got it. 8 even, maybe.
Hard line. Room.
It's all there.
Whoa. Yep, hard.
Time's the same, Linda?
Whoa. Yeah, hard.
It's running pretty well the same, but it does grab a bit in the house, Nick.
Oh, and you heard John say it's got to be above it.
But when it wasn't going to be above it, they took it as far back as they could, Vic,
that
so
red
that
go
the
under it?
double was not as easy.
Now one of the Reds could jam right off on it. You see Jeff taking a look at it
All right, you
now.
want to take a look?
No.
I'm looking up here. Well, come here, and you can see it better.
I don't know if I can.
I think it's close.
Well, it's a short walk, John.
Close, eh?
I think it misses. I think it just goes
Why
under.
wouldn't we hit the open one?
Doesn't really change the shot. I don't know, Jeff.
Well, take a look.
I know, I
He's gotta
am.
play 2 shots to get
Well.
those out, doesn't he?
What, how does it change anything?
Well, if you,
It's real close. This is on a lot of the rock.
We can see all the
This
shell
is,
over there.
this is real close to going on it, isn't it?
well, you can play this.
We can see all the shell. Yeah, if anything, it's going to go behind it, but that doesn't matter.
Doesn't? We want to hit it.
Well, that's wide open, Jeff.
That's a pretty thin double.
Like Steve says,
Okay,
he's
you
got
want
to
to
make 2 shots
nose?
to hit that rocket. Yeah, doesn't he
What's
have 2 shots to remove those, or?
Well, what do you want to hit?
I hit the
Nose.
It's not that open, guys.
If they get all these
It's
3
not
rocks to
open.
go and it doesn't jam on the outside with it, I don't
Whatever
think
you
it's
like,
going
Jeff,
to.
you call it. If you like that skinny double, I'll play that, but play this.
Shot mark.
And Morris could put another one in behind that corner guard. Potential of maybe getting 3.
Jonathan Meade.
Whoa!
whoa, off.
Got everything going.
All right.
Good job.
Now you duck one more in there.
And now Vic, that's the one nice thing about the Yellowstone that came behind the one. Supposed to be high in the house. It was a little mistake, but now it leaves you more room to get in behind the guard.
This one slid better than your first shot. Your first shot was round.
Yeah, the first one looked like it fudged or
Yeah, really fudged. And I don't think this is fudging much. No, this one's sliding
It'll
good.
finish,
But
though,
just
right?
have good rotation because it'll finish hard. Okay. Easy, Kev. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 7, 8. Lots of weight, John. 9.
Off them. Ton of room.
We're deep.
Never.
Lots of room.
8 for sure.
Never, never, never. Oh, just leave it nice and high.
Coming down.
Oh.
Still 8. Still
Coming
8.
down big.
Oh.
Hard. Hard.
Shot, Kev.
Make a good one there. We're really good. Just didn't.
The weight wouldn't have been so bad. It just didn't curl.
We're just here. Yeah.
But they're right. If they make a good shot there, if they get that to move and get it in behind that guard at the top of the 8 foot fully covered, boy, you're in a good position to maybe score 3 at this end.
Double here.
Whoa! Yeah!
It's possible, Vic.
Got to get it by the guard first.
Whoa!
They do. And they make the double. Very nice brushing by Vandenberg and Gould.
I thought it was going to be football. Oh, good shot.
I cannot believe he called you guys off.
That was close here.
Oh,
Shot, John. Shot.
oh, that was close.
I want Steve to brush that stone that went across the rings, because if it's in the 8 foot, then burying it behind his corner guard would not have been shot rock. So I don't know what why Steve was brushing it. It wasn't going to make a difference. It went out of the rings anyway. That's why.
One more time trying to go around.
Whoa, whoa.
Hard.
Oh, oh.
Yes.
It's good, it's good, it's good. It's good.
And this time it's high. Will he try and run this back or just peel it?
It looks like he's going to try and run it back. Has to be careful not to jam it.
Clean. Clean.
Jeff Stoughton and his first.
Clean.
They're just peeling.
Just peeling, yeah.
And that's the smart call.
You bet.
Shot.
Same as 2 runs ago.
That way the maximum you can give up is 2. If you ever had tried to run it back and jammed it, you'd be sick.
T-line.
Hard.
Think so?
Hard.
You want T-line?
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
Freeze it back there is good too. Hard. Real hard.
We're T-line.
Hard.
We're T-line. We're T-line. 8.
Hard.
We're T-line. 8.
Even
No hit and roll.
Even
Hard.
back a bit. Easy.
Hard.
That's good. That's good. Whoa.
Hard.
That's good.
Hard, 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 hard.
Shot.
Good shot. July 2.
Shot.
You have to.
Yeah, let's not be cute.
Center. Yeah.
Get it out of there.
Okay, good.
Good job.
And so it'll be a chance for 2 here. You know, you go back. Let's
go back to the third end.
Well, I'm assuming, yeah, you give him his deuce. Now he's at 5. I'm talking of Morris,
fourth
of course. Yeah, well, no, right now you give him his deuce, he gets 5, and then you take those 2 away. That third, that 3, when you said he could have drawn to hold him to 1, we're tied. There's the difference, right?
Unquestionably, we said at the time, you know you can generate deuces. The free guard zone rule gives you guards that cannot be peeled. You can get in behind them. This ice gives you such an opportunity to get in behind anything. You can get in behind them. It's really important to get in behind them, of course, but it's hard for your opponent to get rid of them. Here's another deuce.
Now, had the score been closer, Vic, you know, Stoughton may have played a little differently, of course.
This SportsCenter update is brought to you by the Gifties and Old Navy.
Welcome to the SportsCenter newsroom, everybody. I'm Jennifer Hedger. We'll get to Halifax in just a moment, but first, here's a quick look at some of the stories we're working on for the next edition of SportsCenter. It comes your way at 10 Eastern Time. Caps and Red Wings second period. 2-1 Caps. Wings on the power play. Nick Lidstrom with the shot, and Henrik Zetterberg pots his second of the game on the rebound. It's 2-2 in the third. Devils and Avalanche. 1-0 Avs in the first. Nobody ties up Joe Sakic. He's allowed to get a couple of whacks at it, and he pots his 12th. Made it 3-1 Avs in the second. Just over 2 minutes later, Martin Brodeur gives up the juicy rebound. Andrew Brunette scores the second of the game. It's 3-0 Avs after the first. It is 3-1 Avs now in the second. Thrashers and Blue Jackets Atlanta power play. Robert Petrovitsky wires it top shelf. It is currently 4-1 there. All that, as well as Bob McKenzie with some inside info on the Olympics coming up on SportsCenter.
I own a bridal shop in Abbotsford. One of the most wonderful parts of my life are the people I work with. We have lots of friends here. We really feel the love come together at Christmas time. We have a little secret Santa. We give great presents. Walmart works perfectly because they have all these great things that our girls want to have. Beautiful perfumes, lovely things for their homes. When you feel someone loving what they've received, it makes Christmas all come together.
Make your holiday even better with the Walmart gift card.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts, proud sponsor of women's curling for 25 years.
Look at this. I'm sick and tired of seeing drug dealers and gang members back on the street. Criminals get deported but don't leave. What would Mr. Harper do?
We've got to put people who play by the rules first, not the ones who break them. We'll ensure minimum prison terms for serious crimes, we'll end house arrests, and we'll make sure deported criminals actually leave this country.
Stand up for Canada.
How you doing? Hold up. I got a great. Stay right there, okay?
Next time, use the new JVC Averio. Easy to use, ready to go. With over 10 hours of DVD quality recording time and no need for tapes or discs.
Jen?
You'll never miss a moment. JVC Averio, the world's first hard drive camcorder.
Oh, my. At 10 o'clock Atlantic time, it is a little rough, huh? Here in Halifax. Told you the snow was coming. And this, of course, is Turin. And we remind you to join the CBC and TSN as we bring you the 2006 Olympic Winter Games, and the coverage begins February the 12th. John Morris gets 2 and 8, 7-5. Jeff Stoughton leads as we go to the 9th. Stoughton playing the Red Rocks will have the hammer. And of course, waiting is Brad Gushu. They'll play the men's final of these Canadian curling trials on Sunday.
All that wishing for snow, Vic, is I'm not sure that I'm that happy with you.
No.
Better send a message home. Jane, Reggie, Alan, I'll be home Thursday. Thursday or Friday.
3. Let's light. Hard. Real hard, boys. Hard. Real hard.
Still have to
Line's
give
great.
lots of credit to the Morris team. Putting up the stones, getting the freezes, getting the angles, generating another deuce. You look at that scoreboard, and there's only 2 points separating them, and we know what the free guard zone rule can do with front stones. Jeff Stoughton needs some execution from his front end.
Steve Gould.
Line's pretty good.
This is the spot that holds all the way down, and we'll break at the end.
A lot of room, guys. Ton of room.
Mine inside. Yeah. Getting better, Jeff.
It's got to crawl a ton.
Curve.
Just up here, then. Just up here.
Straighter. Okay.
Hey,
Steve.
Steve.
That's fine.
I love those two. Oh, I bet.
It's time for the game story, and it's brought to you by the Strauss Herb Company. Trust the tradition.
We've talked a lot about the choice in the 4th in when John Morris tries to go through a port instead of conceding a point in a big steal. But in the 5th, he had a chance, John Morris, for a fairly easy takeout for 2, gave up another steal. But since then, he has fought back and has narrowed the gap.
Whoa.
Weight's good. 8.
Whoa.
Or heavy. Whoa. We're still 8.
And if it wasn't really for Jonathan Meade and Jeff Stoughton, he might have narrowed the gap by more. There have been mistakes from that Stoughton team.
That's an understatement.
Okay.
Now they want the double peel.
Yep.
Hard.
Punched it right through and left the shooter out in front again.
Well, he was playing the other shot, the other rock.
How about
Stones in front, and a timeout's being called by Morris.
Tough to get in there.
I think you could probably get in there.
I think we can get by.
Or we could go
Get
that
by
intern
this and then,
around
yeah,
everything.
right to the pot. Intern
But
where?
that intern's going sideways.
Around everything?
You mean his out turn?
To the back 4, yeah.
Yeah, but like top to freeze isn't too bad.
What if I just come around and lick off mine and
Yeah,
roll
I like
it?
that.
I think you tried
You
to
don't have
come
a
around
lot
right
of
to the
room. It's just you don't want to give him a double, right? Yeah. And if you hit a third of it, you're pretty much going to give him a double.
So you can't get to the lid right now, eh?
You have to hit the guard.
Yeah.
Pair the guard?
But if you ever hit the rack on the guard, it's not. You know what I mean? It's.
So what are you looking at?
I don't mind that.
We're thinking
Or you
either
can
to try it,
go around everything.
try to come around.
Wide intern around there. It's not easy.
Not
Yeah. The wide intern like that over there?
What's wrong with the top freeze though?
Well, it's just he peels the guard like he's got such good draw weight, right? And we're only 8 foot.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we can maybe get to the button, and if it hangs on us, we
Yeah.
can freeze.
Why don't-
Or even
What if we throw back ring on this one?
Well, the only problem is in the yellow, you're going to knock the yellow into an easier position for them to hit, I think. Why don't you try to go lid?
What if you freeze on the other end? Is that a good? Probably not.
Not really. What if we throw back ring, just hit it a little bit high side, and it'll get underneath it.
Okay, you can try
If
that.
it hangs out, we chip it in.
You don't think it'll go then, I guess, eh, guys?
Well,
Not really.
I
There's
think
none
you
of
can
them
get there.
Okay.
You just have to play it pretty tight.
I think
But I don't know, if we hit the guard, it's a
Yeah.
waste of a shot.
Yeah. Okay, either shot's
No,
good.
turn through the balls. It's tough.
What?
But by the time you get to the hole, you're going to be just coming to the, you'll be coming to a third of our yellow. Let's show, let's just show the top freeze.
You might as well just freeze.
Well, top freeze.
Wasn't that
Freeze, then our top one's not going anywhere too.
Yeah.
Dumb
If
to
you
play
tap
it,
it-
dumb to play it with pack
Okay.
weight and try to get the roll to the top of the lid.
I sort of like back ring on this one. Nose, back ring.
I just see it leaving a double with that kind of weight, right? Factoring weight, they're going to be
Even
right
if we
there.
leave it like, we still have that one come around for
I
the
think
steal.
you try this.
Time's back in.
And even if you're just in there, it's not awful, is it?
I think I like this, guys. Just because if we ever hit the guard, Kev, it's a waste of a shot.
No, I know, but I like. But don't remember two
John,
rounds
this
ago,
is,
it
these
was
are
curling here.
it's either going to be a tap freeze. If it curls a little, we do this. That's not
that's
bad.
not bad.
And if it curls even more, we take it all there.
I like that.
We just don't wreck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
same weight.
Okay.
Seems to go straight and bust late.
Yeah, you probably only have what, maybe 2 more years left in your curl.
Stoughton still has his 2 timeouts, of course. When Earl Morris came out, his first impression is going to be, you got to get to the button. He wants them to get right in there now.
Yep. He's just going to tap. He's going to tap it.
What are we playing here? Well, that's still trying to squeeze it by.
Do you have to get there, Linda, right away?
Well, you don't, Vic, but what they're concerned about, they know Stoughton will continue to try and peel, and they're concerned that if they don't get to the button soon, they're not going to be putting up guards on a rock that's going to be good enough. They've seen Jeff draw the lid to that one end to score his deuce.
And that was the respect for Stoughton's draw weight, as you heard. Mark Kennedy didn't want to crash. That was their big concern. Didn't want to wreck. Oh, that's great brushing to get it by there.
Whoa, over there, over there. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, Johnny. Good shot.
That was a shot that Mark Kennedy came up with. He thought we could play that.
Good sweeping, buddy.
Is it too deep, though?
Well, but they got it in where they wanted it. Jeff's got to go up and got shot rock up just behind the button. Sure, they'd like to have it maybe a little higher, but.
Whoa, whoa, Johnny.
Yeah! Hard!
Good.
Good, Gary.
Good throw. Almost had him, eh? Good throw, buddy. Almost had him.
Yep.
Aired it up. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. That would be pretty good. Just a 4?
We don't want to give him a double peel, eh? What about this? It's pretty good.
As long as you don't over curl.
Even a 3, Kev.
Their curl always got the double.
Over curl, he just picks.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
John's going to make some kind of double peel, right?
Yeah.
If I guard.
Right here.
Okay.
One
Just
thing
a
you have
4.
to try not to do,
Pretty
your
quick.
mind is racing with all these
That looks
angles.
like a mile. That's
That
what
looks
Mark
like
just
tons.
said.
Once the
I don't
decision's
think mine
made,
will curl as much.
Okay.
That is a spot that holds. It runs down a bit there.
That still looks
Even,
like a
but
ton.
even if you're here, it's fine, right?
Yeah, I don't want to leave him a run back.
No,
though,
I know.
right?
once the decision's made, you really need to get the strategy out of your mind and just focus on
This is
execution.
the shot right here.
Yep.
3-4. Yeah.
Guard that yellow is the main thing.
Three,
good.
three.
Just a 3.
Line's good.
Three.
Just a 3. Whoa, room.
Line's good.
Line's good.
A 3 is top 12.
Whoa, wait for it.
Wait a minute.
3.
Wait for it. Whoa, wait for
Got
it.
a curl.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Real hard. Real hard. Hard. Good throw.
Just shy. You do the job, Linda?
It's pretty good. Kevin was right. I think it was a bit too much ice.
Whip it at it or no? I don't know.
It did the job.
I liked it. As long as John liked it.
Trying the double peel.
Pretty thick.
You don't like it across the top?
I think it just goes here. Clunk. What do you think? That's pretty thin, John.
Whatever you like.
Okay, just hit it here.
So they've gone back to the double peel.
Yep. Yep. Real hard. Yep. Hard. Roll, Steven.
Whoa. That has them buzzing here.
It should.
Can't get in there.
That's the first really big mistake by Jonathan Meade.
Yeah, he's played very, very well.
It's just a hair tight.
Just do a one here. I don't think you can afford to leave this wide open.
Okay, well, let's throw a one. Up here, right?
I don't think he plays this yet.
I don't think he does either.
I don't think so either.
And if we get a miss.
Okay, so let's go here.
Okay.
Nice and high. Looks pretty tough for him to.
Okay, you got to tighten my ice up a hair then.
Okay.
Because all that finish
Hit the one, Kev. I think you got it over.
Middle of the 8.
Middle H. Just the one, eh?
Should be nice and quick down this path.
Now a 1 is just across the hog line, right?
That's right.
Why so high? Why so long?
Trying to avoid the double peel, Vic. They think Jeff will keep up with trying to remove the front ones.
Let it work if you can. Let it work.
Got a curl.
What? Let it work.
No, line's good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Just over.
Got a curl.
Actually, got a curl, Mark.
Wait for it a little, wait for it. We still got
Just the
enough
one.
weight.
Hard.
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 Real hard.
Hard.
Go, 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 go. Hard.
Hard. Right up. Hard.
That's good.
It had to come over more, Linda.
There's a little hole.
Yeah, they can make a pass at the back one now.
Yep. Really hard. Yep.
Got to get through the hole.
Hard.
High guard.
Hard.
Tighter guard.
Whoa, whoa.
And nice shot to sit and roll in behind.
That's a great shot by Jonathan. It really is. It was a... Kevin just had to get the rock over a little bit more. They took less ice, but that's that spot where it just doesn't break, and they were right on the line, Linda.
Good shot, John.
Good shot by John.
And a very deep breath because they were in big trouble.
It's pretty nice, eh?
It's awesome.
If I ever can top this dead buried.
Yeah.
I think it's worth the go, and then even if he makes the double, you've at least opened this.
Okay.
Because this is
the
where we're
intern.
going to steal, right?
Yeah,
I don't.
but
It's
this-
going so hard.
At the same time,
Be wide
this
open.
is guarding his draw. His outturn draw, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Like, what, if I go here, what does he do?
if you're here, he freezes. If you're here, probably. And then this whole side is open. It's
Okay, let's draw.
That one,
I don't
from
mind.
top to here.
Okay, I like it. Let's throw it right there.
Okay.
Hit about just 2/3.
Yep.
He kind of doesn't like going over to this side because it does open it up. If he doesn't make it exactly perfect, opens the side up for Jeff. But he really doesn't have much else, Linda, because the only other draw is way over a wide in-turn draw. And so he's going to play just a tap back.
John Morrison, his first here in the ninth.
8. Hard. Wait. Wait's good. 8. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Wait's good. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 9. Whoa. 9. A little off. Wait's good. Little heavy.
Off for line.
Little heavy.
No. No, don't touch it. Don't. Yep, hard, good shot.
Rashad Stone covered. Double.
Yeah, the shooter could have rolled off a little bit more. It might have evened it up, made it not quite so good an angle for Jeff.
It's a big half, Jeff.
Does that red stone at the edge of the four pose a problem?
No.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Hard! Hard!
Got one.
Punch it. That's okay.
And just on top.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good because
yeah, you know,
going right onto this. I think we go right here.
How much of this do you have?
Maybe an 8. Pretty high guard though.
I think we go here.
Does that? It looks like it goes over the top, no? Or does it change?
Oh, I think we go here.
Actually, yeah.
It's pretty good. Right here is real good.
I think you don't want to be. It's a pretty easy draw for him if you slip behind the TA.
Then he just throws into it all day. If we do that. If we do that, what I'm saying is, if we go here, he can throw into this and come on. I think our best chance at stealing 2 is if we go right there.
Okay. I think just T1. Right?
7.5 minutes remaining for
try to get
Morris, and he still has one timeout.
Yeah, but if we go here, it's more of a gimme fun. Whereas here, you can easily go over the top.
Yeah, that.
So this is the spot.
Does this look pretty hard from down there?
You can only see an 8. Like we're going to need a partial miss here, right? And you can only see an 8th. I think we go here, and
well, then you might have to play that in-turn draw, and that's not simple.
Yeah, I like it.
Looks tight.
Okay, more than.
Okay. Even if you freeze bump, it's not terrible, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just T-line.
I don't think we want to bump it because then he could sort of just fall us down.
Yeah. Right on the tee or what? What was your split there? It was 75. So we're looking for
at least. No.
But that was a 9.
We're looking for a 75 here because his curls way more.
It's definitely not an easy thing to be down that many points.
That should be good. I know he had 67.
Line's good. Whoa, room.
Add to that.
It's good.
This game is to go on to the final.
Whoa,
got a curl.
All that entails.
Line's good.
Line's real good.
Line's real good.
Looks here.
Let it curl. Let it curl. Let it curl.
Off.
Hard.
July 2. Wow.
Very nice shot.
I'll tell you what, I didn't believe we'd be here playing in 9. As Dad said, keep going at it. And I thought Kevin Cooey's comments were good.
Oh, there's nothing there. There's still at least one, probably 2.
Well, it's either that or just the pick. I don't know if you can draw to this, can you? You probably could. Playing real close, though.
Can you draw to this?
So bad, don't he?
Whatever you like.
Do you want to come through the hole? think you want to play this.
That's no bargain either.
Well, you just saw that Yellowstone walk over there, Ray. Could you not come across yourself and
super tight, but you're playing with
grab a piece of the button?
You're suggesting the come around, Vic?
The in-turn draw, yeah. Wide in-turn.
Well, he doesn't think it's going to come enough.
I definitely think you could get there, Vic, but you'd have to be getting pretty close to the guard, and they're trying not to do that kind of shot. I mean, obviously they have to cut it a little close. They were hoping not to have to play that kind of shot.
They'd be certainly happy to give up one right here.
Can you throw something
he's
this
got
way?
to throw. What's that?
Can you throw something this way even, Jeff? Through the hole this way?
Turn at it?
No, you'd have no.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I could try and pick the one.
Shot, John. That's all we can hope for. Is
That was a great shot by John Morris to get that rock right there.
Or if you can make that draw.
It's normal though, John.
What's that? No, you can make a slip and at it.
It's been a great comeback by John Morris's team, but you still have to say that Jeff Stoughton has not had the support this end. He should not be facing this situation. It's been a lot of misses.
Every end he's been facing something. Guys are just struggling a little bit.
That's so nice, guys.
Okay. So what's the decision here for Stoughton's last?
Going through the hole, I think, right through the hole.
Facing two.
Well, remember John Morris tried to get through a hole. It's very similar to this and didn't make it.
2 points are there for Morris to steal and tie, going to 10.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Stoughton's last.
Yes! Whoa!
Whoa! Looking for the hole.
Yep.
Line call. Yep. Got by one. Got by two. That one. Oh, and it'll spin away.
That's a great shot. Let me tell you, Vic.
So Morris will pick up one. It's a 7-6 game.
He's had to make a lot of big shots, none bigger than this. He could have given away a steal of two without any problem, Victor.
Yep. Yep.
He gets it through.
We're going to go to the 10th. Stoughton's lead is down to 1, but he still has the hammer.
Hi, I'm Randy Furby. If your typical day is anything like mine, I recommend new Strauss Vitamind, a broad-spectrum dietary supplement for people with an active lifestyle. Strauss Vitamind is available at your local health product retailer.
Why M&M? Well, they're just so helpful.
Yeah.
You know, unlike some places.
Excuse me, can you help me?
I have to go ask someone.
At M&M, they suggest things. They're not afraid to help.
Well, they're just not afraid.
At True Value, we encourage kids to throw rocks at houses, and we even like to give them a little help. We're proud to be the official hardware supplier to Curling's Season of Champions. Just like we're proud of our Master Mechanic tools, all hand tools have a lifetime guarantee on workmanship and material. Master Mechanic, your purchase of a lifetime. True Value, around the corner from your house.
I am the ghost of Christmas past. This year you must give your loved ones a car phone. Ooh.
You know they have TV phones now, right?
But it comes with a shoulder strap.
Bless us, everyone. Hurry! 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 Come on, hurry hard! Hurry
Remember when you had to travel to find yourself? You had to stand at the edge to feel alive. Dreams were something you chased after. Nothing's changed, and yet everything's changed. The newly designed Ford Explorer. The adventure never ends.
This Monday, Eric Bischoff is no longer the general manager. Take out the trash! Now, only one question remains. Who's in charge of Raw? WWE Raw TSN.
The winner of this game will advance to Sunday's final of these Canadian curling trials against Brad Gushu from the St. John's Curling Club. A reminder, you can see it on the CBC Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. On our final evening here at these trials, the Metro Center in Halifax, it's a 7-6 game. Look at the difference. The first half as compared to the second half.
Good shot, Steve.
And so Morris is within one, and Stoughton playing the Redstones will have the hammer in 10.
Stevie, you did something.
What did we call him in the past? Stevie Gould, what the name we had for him, Vic?
Tick man.
And he just made a tick.
Yeah. And wasn't he the first to come across the face? Wasn't he the first to try that, I think?
I think he was the first to make them on a regular basis.
Just a hair more.
Mine's good. A much needed tick with Stoughton facing a lot of difficult shots lately, so
yeah,
keep it open.
Jeff has had the pressure on him right since the third end.
Yep. Hey, line's getting better.
Yep, hard.
Line's good.
Hard, you gotta cover the button.
Hard.
Hard. Goes ball.
He'll try it again.
Paul does his job, getting the guard in place. Now you try and move it over.
You don't even mind pushing. You don't even mind pushing this into the rings.
Hard! Hard! You got hard! 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 Hard!
Attaboy.
Two great shots.
Those are two wonderful shots. A little bit more weight, and he would have made that absolutely perfect.
A little quieter, eh?
It's like a one.
The other one's left out in front, but the nice thing was the shooter did roll away, so that side of the sheet is still pretty open.
Looks heavy.
Two.
Looks heavy, Paul. Whoa.
Off. Right off.
Whoa. Line's good.
2-3. Whoa, then let it die. Right off.
Oh, just let her die.
Yeah, 2-3.
See the time
Just
for
right
John
off.
Morris now is under
Right off.
4:30. Still has one timeout
Mark.
remaining.
Oh. I do that hard.
Now the peel.
Yep. Yep. Don't fall. Stevie, it's a good one. Yeah. I got it, Stevie.
Gary can still laugh about it. He's really had one of those games today, but at the right time he made that one.
You can see a little bit of hurry up now in this Morris team as
Over and off.
Mark Kennedy
Let touch less.
Oh, over and
throws
off.
very quickly.
Oh, whoa. Off the line.
Whoa.
From Mark.
Attaboy. Sit. A little tight, sorry. Mark.
You want to peel this out and not leave your shooter anywhere that can hurt you. At this stage, the out-turn draw side of the sheet is wide open.
Clean.
Oh, right up.
Attaboy.
Good.
Shoot him, Gary.
Good job, bud.
Two nice peels
Johnny. Sorry.
by Gary Vandenberg.
Let's break this first.
Whoa, looks hot.
It's all right. 2.
Oh, should be over.
Yeah, 2.
Looks hot.
It's not bad, John. It's 2.
Okay, clean.
Definitely a 2.
Line's pretty good.
It's fine.
Oh, just let her die.
Just not losing.
Play these shots through, Linda. What's
That's like
happening
2 up.
here?
Okay.
Obviously, guards up, peel, guard up, peel. Till when?
Quickly.
Well, that's going to depend a lot on John and whether he wants to come in on his first or not. He can get to the edge of the 4-foot right now behind that guard. Every skip's different. Some like to try it on their first to see if it's going to be a good path that they've chosen as far as the ice goes. Others like to wait to the last. Gives your opponent fewer chances to get at it.
Yep. Clean.
Good. Shots. Oh, John. Great tick, Stevie.
T-line.
No, going in now. The one thing they know, they're facing a skip in Jeff Stoughton, who really seems to have that center of the button in his pocket, not just the 4-foot. So they're believing they have to make this very well. They're going to try and get a mistake on the front one.
Line's good.
Get a better guard up.
Yeah, and they said as much earlier, didn't they?
Room all day.
6, 7.
Back 4.
7, 8.
Looks hot.
Back
7,
4. 7.
Clean. Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Ended around in front of the tee line edge of the 4.
Good shot. This team has really scrapped and scratched and pushed and pulled, and they got themselves back into the game.
Yeah, it's really impressive. And we've mentioned Earl Morris, the coach, and Vic, you mentioned Kevin and his calming influence. It's just a great second half for the Morris team.
Nice. Good brush. Sorry, nice.
If anything, I can. Right here, eh?
Yeah, you don't want to miss over curling, right?
Edge of 4, then.
And the crowd here at the Metro Center appreciating the Morris effort as he goes down for his first.
2-3. Yeah, 2-3. Okay. Easy.
3.
Clean. Line's good.
3.
Line's real good.
How's line?
Leave it if you can. Whoa, leave it if you can. Not in, eh?
Not in.
Where are you?
Whoa. 3. Real tight 3.
Clean it.
Whoa.
Clean it.
Right.
Whoa.
3. Tight 3.
Whoa.
Line?
No. Little bit. No.
Whoa.
Good shot.
Okay, John.
It's wide open. The back one is wide open. But you'll put it in better if you leave the front rock there. So it's just a peel.
That's what they were hoping, to get a mistake on that center line guard. If Jeff ever went after the other one, they could get a rock to the button as opposed to just 4-foot.
You got to play the peel here.
Can we knock that other yellow with
Sometimes-
it, Jeff, or no? Good.
Sometimes you'll do that. You'll show them a corner like that, hoping that they'll play the back one, the shot rock, and then that gives you leave the front one. And lots of teams will do that on purpose to try and see if they can trick you.
Throw out the bait.
Yes, sir. But
And considering where this guard is, I mean, it's covering the full 4 if you ever to get one around.
Okay, good.
Shot. I got it, John.
And the second time out. Last time out been called by Morris.
Right here, I think is the ideal, right?
Could go here. It's a lot harder.
Oh, we do.
I like this.
Yeah. Let's go, bud.
Do you want to?
Oh, you.
What's the message you want to give them? What? Okay, but isn't he pretty good at making doubles? What if you put one here on the other side in the 4-foot and say, okay, you missed the draw, we're scoring 2 and winning this ball game, right there.
You go anywhere and I almost guarantee you.
Well, fine.
But if you're,
okay.
If you're a foot heavy or light.
I agree. I know that. I know that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think John's
okay.
You bite it. I like that. Decision,
okay.
Right? I like that. Or
just
even
show half this back.
Yeah, but the higher the better, so the slash is harder.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the same stroke.
I was still the same. We didn't even touch that last one.
What do you like better?
I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
You got the dead there, right?
Yeah.
I think you got to be in to put some pressure on.
It's just that...
That discussion was showing respect for Jeff's drawing ability. They want to force him to play a hit.
He may not play a hit, though, even with this rock being in the rings.
Where would you put it, Linda?
I think I do exactly what they're doing. Show him a bit of the back one, get a bite of the 12.
That is a little less. Touch less.
3.
Hard
4.
line.
Hard.
Gotta go for a bite.
Hard then. Hard then.
I think he's pretty
hard.
Kennedy and Moffat.
Take a look. Hard line.
Top 12.
Wait's good. 4.
Well then.
4.
Just in.
Whoa.
Just in.
Over curling if anything.
Is the 4.
Off. Whoa, in and off.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's good.
Whoa.
Hard.
All right, July 2.
Jeff will draw.
I know,
What's that?
if you put a mirror stone on the other side of the 4-foot and you say, okay, now go. You're making him do the same thing, but you're looking at 2 stones in the 4-foot.
Well, then in that case, he might just play the hit and roll over. If you don't get them perfectly even, then the double's there. You might play the double. But I mean, it's they want to force him to draw.
That one overcurled what they were intending, Vic. If you sit it more on center line, it kind of sticks in your eye when you're at the other end. You can't really see the button as well. But still, think of the pressure on this particular shot. Never thinking probably he would be sitting in the hack facing this situation.
Mine's pretty good.
The tie point, edge of the 4. Nothing from Vandenberg, nothing from Gould. He's had the draw weight the entire game. What do you know? He pulls it out of the pocket and puts it on the pin.
I'll tell you, that was a skip that played 8 ends of curling with nothing but pressure on his back. Jonathan Meade played quite well as well. Missed a couple key shots. Jeff Stoughton absolutely carried the entire load.
And John Morris to come back and make a game of it. 8-7 the final. Stoughton will now move on and play for a spot in Turin against Brad Kushu.
Thank you. Hi, everybody back home.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Tim Hortons Limited Canister and Mug.
So we're really gonna do this? Stop for coffee, only Tim Hortons.
All the way to BC.
Only Tim's?
All the way east. Nobody's done this before.
You've never heard anything like Sirius satellite radio.
It feels like you get every song ever made. Rock, pop, hip
hip-hop, no commercials.
We get a ton of music, no commercials.
It's comedy, no bleeps. You know what I'm saying?
If it involves a uniform, a stick, a ball, bang, it's right in there.
Bang, NHL is in there.
It's the best thing I ever put in my car, next to him.
It's flat out better than regular radio.
With 100 channels, it's more than just radio. It's Sirius satellite radio. Find out where to get Sirius at SiriusCanada.ca.
Scott Towels is changing its name to Sponge Towels. Why would they do that? Sponge Towels. That's a good idea.
Scott Towels is changing its name to Sponge Towels, now with powerful little sponge pockets.
Please join me at the 2006 Men's World Curling Championship at the Songus Arena in beautiful Lowell, Massachusetts, April 1st through 9th. Besides watching the best curler in the world compete, there's a lot to do in Lowell. And Boston is only 30 minutes away. Tickets and hotel packages are available now. Call 888-WCC-2006 or visit us online. The 2006 World Men's Curling Championship, sweeping the world while brushing with history.
For centuries, the Strauss family harvested herbs throughout Europe. Practicing herbalists, they've been handing their recipes and processes down through the generations. Seventh-generation herbalist Jim Strauss learned the craft at his grandmother's side, gathering and tasting herbs from the time he could walk. Today, the tradition continues with Jim's son, Peter. The Strauss Herb Company has over 50 unique herbal products available across Canada and around the world.
They're here.
Let's give Tyler's mom her gift.
I can do it.
Come on, buddy, let's go.
My mom says I say thanks.
For those who are always there for you, why not give a Tim Hortons canister, including 5 packets of their favorite coffee for only $10.49 plus tax. Or the mug, only $6.95 plus tax with 1 packet.
The 2005 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you in part by Strauss Herb Company, makers of the original Strauss Heart Drops, when only the best will do. By Scott Paper Limited, proud sponsor of curling for 25 years. And by Ford, built for life in Canada.
How do you like this? Jeff Stoughton just makes the draw against 2 to give him an 8-6 win, and there he is out cleaning up the stones. So Stoughton is on to Sunday's final, and he'll play Brad Gushue. The 2 best all week will meet for the trip to Turin. You'll see it on the CBC Sunday at 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Pacific. It's been a great week. Our thanks to all the teams, men and women, for being so cooperative with us. Our thanks to our crew for all their hard work, and we'll look forward to joining you in the new year. On behalf of Linda and Ray and our entire crew, happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Canada's sports leader, TSN.
Due to the length of the preceding program, we now join scheduled programming already in progress.
Time for the game that's hotter than Jessica Simpson on the open market. Over/under. Let's get the first one from the commissioner's stat boy.
In honor of Michael Wilbon, over or under 1.5 teams from the NFC South making the playoffs this year.
I'm going to go over because I got no second team from the NFC East, and I got no second team from whatever Seattle's division is in. And even if you give me Minnesota like Wilbon would, that still leaves room for either Atlanta or Tampa Bay behind Carolina, so I go over.
I got Dallas from the NFC East. I go
As a
under
second
here,
team?
yes, because I got Carolina devouring. These teams are going to eat each other up. I've got Atlanta being nothing but a mediocre team that happens to have Michael Vick on it. I know
Right.
Tampa Bay's 8-4, but Carolina's going to beat and finish these two
But the
teams off
NFC
in the
East
division.
teams all play each other and cannibalize each other in the last 3 weeks of the season.
Right.
So I think only the winner from there gets out. That's all, just the
Yeah,
winner.
but the Cowboys could get to this same record here by beating the Chiefs
So you
this
don't even
weekend.
like the fact that Atlanta has Michael Vick and he could win 2 games by himself and therefore
Not
get
when
in?
Not when Atlanta's losing at home to Green Bay, no.
You know what? You're wrong. Next.
Over or under 60 wins for Le Batard's Marlins next year?
I'm going to go under on this. The last time the Marlins just scrapped their whole team, that next season they won 54 games. They have two players of consequence now, Dontrell Willis and Miguel Cabrera, and Willis plays only once every 5 days. It's a black hole down there. They're going under.
It is, but I'm going to go over because 102 losses. That team that lost 108 games after winning the championship didn't have Dontrell on it and didn't have Miguel Cabrera on it. And, by the way, Brian Moeller and Jason Vargas may not be anything special, but they might win you some games after Willis in the rotation.
I've never heard of them. But how many?
Well, that proves
how many years is there going to be a Major League Baseball franchise in Miami?
Well, they say they'll be gone by They say they expect to be gone by 2011.
Why not just get rid of it right now? Just move it out, ship it out, contract it, do something. This is a crime.
Two championships in 10 years. That's as many as Boston and Chicago have had in the last 90.
Next.
Some great analysis on Moeller and Vargas there, Le Batard. Over under 30 home runs for Soriano with the Nats next season.
I'm going under. RFK is a cavernous place. The leader in home runs this past season had only 24. Plus, Soriano at this point is balking at the fact that they want him to play the outfield. He says he only wants to play second base where they have Jose Vidro, who is a multiple all-star with Montreal. So Soriano sounds unhappy, and it's a big ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a contract year. Guzman did have 24 home runs, but Soriano immediately becomes Washington's best.
Guzman had like
excuse me.
3.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Soriano